if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Let's go. Oh, yeah. What the? Hello? I think I'm still here. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Yeah, they changed my mic settings. I'm sorry. Already a shit show from the start, guys. So what happened is my mic, the settings on OBS. So I updated my Windows 11, which is, I'm not a big fan of Windows 11, just saying. But I updated my Windows, and then I also had to update OBS. And OBS messed up my whole preset for my mic of things I want to put. And it just made it so, like, my mic's on the top, and then my other things on, like, the settings of how loud things are is on the bottom of the mixer. And it just fucked it all up. So, good start already, guys. All right. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to the Peti Kish Live. Today's the first day of spring, so I wanted to do a little spring vibe to it. A little background spring. While, of course, you have the video in the background. Good. If you want to see something in the background and just look and listen to what I'm saying, then that's okay. That's why it's there in the background for you guys. So it's not just you see my face and you just hear my voice. You have something there to watch as well. So, yes. Welcome, everyone, to the Peti Kish Live. Once again, we're back. Or I'm back for topics of the week. And there was a lot of things that happened this week, guys. I have to spitball through them. Sorry if I'm a little bit late, but I had to do some things. But we're here now. I'm here now, and we're ready to rock and roll. So, what's going to happen now is this week there was a lot of shit that happened. A lot of things did do positive and negative, I would say. So we're going to go through a lot today, even though it's the first day of spring. So it's going to feel a little bit better now, hopefully. I'm just sick and tired of winter, and I wanted to start getting nice out so I can go out and do things, because I'm just missing the nice weather, as you say. I would like to go outside more instead of going out in the cold, in the snow. Yeah, so, that's a positive. But we have to go through a lot today with this. But before we do that, guys, we're going to go through all these topics, and there's going to be a lot here. Please like the stream and sub if you're new here, if you like entertainment, pulp culture, gaming, movies, TV shows. We talk about all sorts of things on here with the common sense and some critical thinking. We have a lot of interesting conversations, and I would love it if you guys do actually do something on the channel itself. Liking, hyping, emojis, anything in the chat helps. It helps the algorithm. It helps stuff to start moving around on the channel. It really would help. I appreciate it, guys. Okay. Let's end that, and let's get into the big topics today, guys, and the smaller ones, too. I think we should start with the biggest one that just recently happened. So when I woke up today, I was like, okay, let's see what's up before I start the stream, because I usually do that. I see what's up, what's actually getting, any news, any information. Well, there was big information, and it wasn't too good. It wasn't too good. So, a little backstory before we start this, guys. Let me see here real quick for you guys. Some backstory. This is breaking news. And I want to give you a little backstory and then the breaking news itself. So this happened yesterday. And this was breaking news. I saw this, and this was just from Bonding Into Comics. And they said earlier today, a hospital in Hawaii, let me zoom in. Hawaii needed Chuck Norris. We've told that while it was a scary few moments, the 86-year-old action star is in good spirits. The hospital, however, may never be the same. Of course, the Chuck Norris memes. Everyone knows the Chuck Norris memes. But Chuck Norris, in general, is a legend. And legend himself. So, Chuck Norris, this was by TMZ. Chuck Norris hospitalized in Hawaii, reportedly in good spirits. So, he was doing good yesterday. Yeah, okay. He was doing really good yesterday. But then, let me try to find it. But then... And yeah, of course, people were like memeing and all that because, Chuck Norris memes totally. Everyone's like, yeah, Chuck's going to be okay, right? He's going to be all right? Well, apparently, this is by Verity and a lot of other people reporting it. I thought it was fake. I did not believe it when I woke up today that this happened. Well, it seems like Chuck Norris, the martial artist champion who became an iconic action star and led the hit series Walker, Texas Ranger, has died. He was 86. Bruh. I when I saw this and I saw other people posting on this, I was like, dude, did April Fools come early? What the heck's going on? And then people are like, no, this is actually real. It was reported, and the family also responded. We're going to read that as well. So then I saw a bunch of people that I'm following. They're all putting RIP to the legend, Chuck Norris. I'm going to post it too later today on Twitter. I'll post it as well because Chuck Norris was a legend. And it's crazy to see because, even the memes aside and everything, like Chuck lived a long life. He lived a long life. And the things that he done, he was a really good person. Like the things I've seen, what he did and everything. He's a legend. Like, straight up, just a legend. And I always remember that one fight in the movie he did with Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris when they had that one legendary battle. I remember that, watching that as a kid, too. So, yeah, it's crazy that he's just not here anymore. He's gone. The legend himself, the master, pretty much... The master, just an American icon, I would say. Chuck Norris is well known around the world. So this is crazy to see that this is happening. I was shocked by this information. I did not believe it. I was coping myself, if you would tell. But yeah, very coping for this one. I did not know what happened here. Yeah, I was definitely coping, but yeah, it's unfortunately very sad. And let's read into this because we don't know what the facts were, even though people were saying, oh, it's probably old age and stuff. But he looked kind of, from like what I've seen around and what his build was, he looked kind of healthy physically. So I don't know what was the problem. So it says Norris was hospitalized in Hawaii on Thursday, and his family posted a statement saying he had died Friday morning, which is today, on spring. And it is with heavy hearts that our family shares the sudden passing of our beloved Chuck Norris yesterday morning. While we would like to keep the circumstances private, please note that he was surrounded by his family and he was at peace. To the world, he was a martial artist, actor, and a symbol of strength. To us, he was a devoted husband, loving father, and grandfather, an incredible brother, and the heart of our family. He lived his life with faith, purpose, and an unwilling commitment to the people he loved. Though his work, discipline, and kindness, he inspired millions around the world and left a lasting impact on so many lives. Very, very true, though. He really did. He's doing martial arts He's gonna be teaching martial arts in heaven and stuff. You know, it's gonna be crazy. He's in a better place. While our hearts are broken, we are deeply grateful for this life he lived, and for the unforgettable moments moments we were blessed to share with him. The love and support he received from fans around the world meant so much to him, and our family is truly thankful for it. To him, you were not just fans, you were his friends. We know many of you had heard about his recent hospitalization, and we are truly grateful for the prayers and support you send this way. As we give grief this loss, we kindly ask for privacy to our family during this time. Thank you for loving him with us. And there you go. Chuck Norris himself, the legend, the myth, one of the strongest men, physically and mentally, has passed. 1940 to 2026. There you go. Chuck Norris will be remembered not just because of the memes, because he was like a really cool dude. He was a good guy. A great actor, a good martial artist. Like, he was just nothing controversial about Chuck Norris. I never hear anything controversial about Chuck Norris. Never did. I don't know. Maybe he did some shit. I don't know. But I feel like he was less controversial than any other actor, even like older or not. Like, I just felt like he was just a good dude, you know? He was an icon. Rest in peace, Chuck. Oh no, not Chuck Norris. I am screwed. Oh, you know what? If I got copyright or whatever on this, I'll just cut this out of the video. It's fine. I want to. The memes make itself. It's great, dude. So good. Rip Chuck. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Yeah, is this the scene? There he is. Oh shit, no, that's copyright. There you go. Chuck Norris over the years. There you go. The legend himself. The master martial artist. He is gone. Rip to the Chuck Norris. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Dude, he looked good in 50, too. What the hell? Dude, he looked good in 60, too. What the hell? He always looked pretty good. 72? Damn. He looked good. Damn, he looked good for a long time. He looked good. That's crazy. Crazy stuff.
Bent down and I petted him. I went in and I bent down and I petted him. And all of a sudden, we heard this like that. So the trainer says, get up very slowly and back up. So the tiger did. He slowly got up and backed out. I went in.
What the heck? That's crazy. That's crazy. Rip legend. Recently, Chuck Norris celebrated his 85th birthday by climbing Northern California, 10,457 foot, less than peak. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Dude, what a legend.
No, because it doesn't do any good. Is that true? Mm-hmm. You don't worry about things? No, because it doesn't do any good. The thing is, let's say you worry about a problem. So here you are worrying and all this stuff. All of a sudden the problem's solved. All that anguish for nothing. You know, the thing is, worry doesn't solve the problem. And it actually hinders the problem.
True that. What a legend, dude. Yeah, rip to this legend, Chuck Norris. You will be missed, and the memes will continue, and you're just an icon now. So, what a good dude. What a good dude. I hope everything's well with its family and everyone's doing well with Chuck. So, you will be missed. You will be missed. That's crazy, dude. Like, how do you segue into that, from another story like that? That's crazy. I couldn't believe it. I guess we could segue into, since we're talking about pulp culture, I guess we could segue into like movies and stuff and TV shows and all that, I guess we could segue into those for sure. I'm trying to see. Yeah, let's talk about this real quick. All right, so this is cover Geekly, and we saw Nathan Fillion going into everyone's house, knocking on their door, bam, 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 knock, knock, knock. And he's trying to get everyone together that were the people that he worked with on Firefly. And apparently we finally know what this secret of a Firefly thing is. And it says, first promo for the animated Firefly series just dropped. They needed fans to like their post on Instagram to convince folks that this is something people want. Now, an animated Firefly show series. I think this is kind of a letdown. I would have wanted them to continue the series, but at the same time, as you know, modern Hollywood and just modern things that they bring back and make again, they usually are not so good. They're literally crap most of the time. I haven't had one where I was like, oh my god, this was better than the original. Besides Top Gun Maverick, I think might be the only one, but that's very rare that happened. That's very rare. Top Gun Maverick might be better than the original Top Gun. I said it, and I think it might be better, to be honest. But both are really good. Now, this, especially animated, like, yeah, we understand the actors are getting older, but I would have wanted, like, just a live action or some sort of thing with it. Now, I would like the original director, I forgot what the director's name is, who made Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Firefly. I think he should have came back as well, but I don't know. Let's just see this real quick. But I'm not really too excited about this. I'll be like, yeah, I guess, but I'm not really like hyped for it,
As of this moment, the word is out. We are going to try to bring back Firefly. And this time, we're going to animate it. Guys, bringing back Firefly, crazy or not crazy?
Not crazy.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Not crazy.
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 It's crazy, but it just might work.
Now, to do this, we would need
Alan Tudyk.
Joss's blessing.
Tudyk.
I got it.
The rights from 20th Century Fox
/ Disney.
They got excited. They said yes.
The show
/ Disney already stinks.
I got it.
But it just might work.
Now, to do this, we would need Joss's blessing.
Oh, Josh Pressing, the director. The writer and director. Yeah. Well, they need him personally there, but he's not going to do it, so.
I got it.
Already stinks.
The rights from 20th Century Fox
/ Disney.
They got excited.
/ Disney. / Disney stinks. No, I don't know about those guys.
They said yes.
the showrunner.
I got two. Tara Butters, Agent Carter, Dollhouse, Mark Guggenheim, Arrow, Flash. They're married. They met through Firefly.
A script.
We got it.
An animation house.
Academy and Emmy award-winning Shadow Machine. The last piece we need is a home.
A home.
A home.
A home?
A home?
A home.
A home.
A home!
And for that, we need you. Like this post. Comment on this post. Repost this post. Tag your friends. Tag your family. Tag your enemies. I'm asking you to do what you've always done. Keep Firefly flying. Oh, and I'm about to go pitch this thing, so wish me luck.
Good luck, Captain Tight Pants. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck with that, Nate.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah. I don't know about this one, guys.
Bruh.
I don't know about this one, guys. Hopefully he can do it. Hopefully it's faithful. But for me, I don't think this will be that good. Nerderotic. Why not co-fund it at this point? True. I will not be liking that Instagram post. Firefly should end with Serenity. I agree. Serenity was a good farewell to the show. That movie was pretty good. I remember watching it. I liked the movie. The movie was good. Yeah, you lost me at Animated. Sorry, bud. Josh Blessing. So he's not even involved? Pass. That's what I said, dude. That's what I said. I was already with this GIF in case the announce was a podcast reunion. I'll take an animated verse any day, especially if it means Wash is still alive. Yeah, so how the hell is he going to be alive? If anyone knows, spoiler alert, it's been a long time. He died. The pilot died. Off to like. They're bringing back Firefly. Oh, for showrunner, they're replacing the writer-director of Marvel's Avengers with the writer of the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie. Oh. Yeah, that's not good. Nope. But it's not. We want a live-action remake. I didn't want a remake. I don't want a remake. I want to continue the story. If they had any interesting plots they could have done, any interesting story elements like they could have done, like an older captain, and his crew. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I smell a woke mess with all those names he just threw out there. Yeah. No, Joss? Not interested in a Firefly remake to modern audience. Hard pass. Like, a lot of people are just not really for this. And whatever they would have said, if it was a remake, people would have hated it. If it's animated, people would hate it. If it was a podcast, people would have hated it. Doesn't matter what you do with Firefly, people just wouldn't like it. Because especially in the modern era of Hollywood and how things are being made and horribly written, yeah, people just don't want this. So, yeah, that's your announcement for Firefly. If you're excited for it, good for you. But I feel like this is a letdown. It's a letdown for me personally because I liked Firefly, and this was not the one we wanted or we asked for. I would say. I just wanted them to continue the story or do something like some sort of like return, like a anniversary return or something interesting. But no, they didn't. Let's go into more movie stuff. Real quick. Let me see here. Okay. There's a lot here, guys. I have a lot of tabs open. A lot of tabs. A lot of tabs are open here. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do that. Bada bing. Bada boom. Okay. So, we got a new trailer teaser of the new Spider-Man Brand New Day. So this is the new Tom Holland Spider-Man movie that's coming out. So this is Geeks and Gamers, Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer breakdown, Punisher, Bruce Banner, Spider-Man transformation, hidden details. We're not going to read this whole thing. And we're not going to watch the trailer because I just want to tell you what I thought about it. Because this is Sony, and Sony will be copywriting this for sure. It doesn't matter what I do. I could fight it, of course. I could fight it for, what it is, but it's like, it's not even worth it right now at this moment. It's not like a video. It's just a live stream. So what is happening with Spider-Man is, from the whole thing, from the beginning to the end of the trailer, if you watched the last Spider-Man movie had the Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man with Tom Holland, they all teamed up, fight all their nemesises. Again, they've returned, multiverse stuff. And, Doctor Strange pretty much forgot everyone that, Peter Parker is Spider-Man because they found out. So he did the magic trick that everyone would just forget, So he's now doing his own thing by himself. No one knows who he is, Peter Parker. He has no one to go to. Mary Jane doesn't know. His friends don't know. No one knows who Spider-Man is. So he's pretty much he's like a new slate. He's fresh. He has no one to be with. No one knows who he is. None of the Avengers know who he is. Everyone just doesn't know who he is. He's just a Spider-Man doing good things in New York, Like, basically what I wanted from Spider-Man. I don't want any Avengers playing a part in this. I just want Spider-Man to do a single story with Spider-Man. That's all I want. So they're doing that. That's already a positive. Second thing, though, we still got Mary Jane as Zendaya, which I'm still... Like, Tom Holland, I think as Peter Parker or Spider-Man, I think he's okay. He's fine. He's not my favorite Spider-Man, but he is really good for the role. Zendaya, for the other hand, for MJ, I still don't like. I don't like Mary Jane and Zendaya at all. I wish they could do someone else for that character. It would be funny if it's a multiverse thing and Zendaya's character, somehow gets wrecked. And a multiverse, another Mary Jane comes that's actually a redhead and comes in and takes over Zendaya's character. I doubt that, but whatever. But the story plot pretty much is showing that it might become the point where from all the emotions he's going through, that something is turning him and something is changing him. And it could be transforming into Man-Spider. So there might be a Man-Spider arc here. As well, we saw in the trailer, there was Punisher. We had Frank in there. Frank West, I think his name is. The Punisher. Let me tell you something. John Berthon. Let me tell you something. Come over here. Well, let me tell you something. I gotta tell you something, Peter Parker, Spider-Man. So he's just there. It reminds me of like the Spider-Man animated series in the 90s, early 2000s, where there was an episode where Punisher fought Man-Spider. So that was one of them. We also have Bruce Banner in there. Don't know if he's going to turn into Hulk. I'm not a big fan of Mark Ruffalo. I don't like Mark Ruffalo. I really never liked him as Bruce Banner, to be honest. He was all right. He didn't have that much of an impact, But, yeah, Hulk's cool, but Bruce Banner as Mark Ruffalo, no, not cool. I would have gone instead, I would bring back Edward Norton, if I'm saying his actor's name correct. He was in the Incredible Hulk movie. I thought he would be a better Bruce Banner, but I guess he's toxic. I don't know why, but some people said he was toxic. I don't know. Trailer breakdown, Punisher, yeah, Spider transformation, hidden details. So yeah, the whole thing is he's trying to lurk in the shadows. He's kind of creeping on Mary Jane. He lives in her apartment. He's like a neighbor, kind of creepy, not gonna lie. He's creeping on Mary Jane just to see what's up and his friends. Well, also having in the background of the video, there's a voice. It's Keith David. Keith David with the deep voice talking about spiders have 3 lives, blah, blah, blah. As well, you see the actor who played Vosk in Far Cry 3. I forgot what the actor's name is, but he was the one at the end of Homecoming with Vulture. It's Scorpion. So Scorpion will be in this movie. Now, the villain, we don't know who it is. I saw, was it White Hand, Red Hand? I forgot what that is, like a ninja clan. But some people say something with Hulk is going to happen. I don't know who the villain is. There was like a mind control thing. Could be Madam Web. Could be Jean Grey. Because there is a reference that Sadie Sink, Max from Stranger Things, that she's going to be some sort of character in this movie. I bet you there's rumors out there that it's going to be Jean Grey because the redhead, obviously. But it could be also like Punisher's sidekick or whatever. I've heard rumors about that. But I think it's just going to be Jean Grey, to be honest. It's just going to be Jean Grey. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of tie-ins from other things. Hopefully, he doesn't get help from a lot of people. He's a grown Spider-Man. He's a grown character now. He's not like a high schooler. He's out of the high school phase. Hopefully, he's still learning, but at the point, he's an adult now, and he doesn't need help. He's doing everything himself. And the suit itself, if we're talking about the suit, is a really good suit. This looks just like from the animated series or the comics. It's a really good suit. This might be one of the best suits we've seen. Still my favorite. It's because probably I'm biased about it, but my favorite is still the Tobey Maguire one. It's because that was my first Spider-Man, like for most people, and that just resonates mostly with me. But this one looks really good too. This is a good suit for Spider-Man. I am interested in this, as I think I'm more interested in this one than I ever been for any Tom Holland Spider-Man. But I'm probably still not going to watch this in the movie theater. I'll just wait for this to come out, to be honest, when it does come out. But it looked very interesting. Just wanted to give you my 2 cents, what I thought about it. We're not going to watch the trailer. You probably have seen the trailer. You can watch it your own time. But I just wanted to give you my thoughts about it. There might be some hidden things in here that I didn't. Maybe Mr. Negative's going to be in this. I've heard that before. I heard Tombstone's going to be in this. I heard a lot of other villains are going to be in this too. So there's going to be a lot of Spider-Man's rogue gallery of villains that he's going to be fighting, which is cool, even though if it's maybe just a couple of shots here and there. You see Shocker or I don't know who was another villain. Some other characters, maybe some villains out there. Hopefully no Venom. I really don't want Venom in this one. But if there is Venom, I wouldn't be surprised. Now, what I would have liked would be an interesting story. If maybe in the next one, if MJ or there's like a heat between Peter, he's always looking for MJ and this, and then someone comes along like Gwen Stacy or like a Black Cat comes along and changes his perspective about Mary Jane. Now, it could be going both ways. Maybe there will be some sort of cat fight. That would be funny. The 2 women trying to fight for Peter, and Peter's like, what the hell's going on? Kind of deal. Yeah. And then if Black Cat was in this, it has to be Sydney Sweeney, straight up. You gotta make Sydney Sweeney Black Cat. You got the Zendaya versus Sydney Sweeney thing would be insane. We got Euphoria again, and we got the 2 actors back again. You gotta do Zendaya versus Sydney Sweeney, Peter Parker. Like, it writes its own. It's a given that should be it. That would be a really good pick. I know some people would pick someone else, but I think that would be funny. I think it would be a funny pick for that, But yeah, that's Spider-Man for you. And then we got Dune Part 3 trailer. Released Paul versus Chani. Baby names scene and epic new battle teased. I did watch the trailer. We're not going to watch this again. This is Warner Brothers. Again, I'm going to get copyright on this as well. But what I've seen, it looked okay. It looked okay. So I watched the first movie of Dune, and I really liked the first one. The second one I didn't watch because I heard it was mixed at some point. I will watch it though, but I feel like some people said it was a letdown compared to the first one. The first one was really good, really well made. The second one just felt a little off, and that's why I hear a lot of people are saying. Even though some people did enjoy it, I know I was talking to Pog Immy from After Dark, and we were talking about it, and he said he enjoyed both movies. He says both movies are good. So, to each their own. Maybe some people like the second one more than the first one. I really like the first one. But from what I've seen online, there people are saying they can't wait to see this, but some people are just already, they're done. They don't want to see this ending part. They're just like, yeah, I guess I watch it when I watch it. It's not like a big deal no more. Like compared to like the first one was so good that everyone going into the second one was like hyped for it, and then when they watched it, they were like kind of disappointed. They're like, really? I don't know. But I don't know. See, this is why I gotta watch it myself to find out. But I just seen the people online talking about it. The discourse, the discourse, talking about this movie. Geeks and gamers are promoting that. But yeah. Yeah, it looked good though from what I saw. It's a Dune movie, I guess, this might be the last one. I don't know if they're going to do more spin-offs. They did one spin-off, but yeah, that's Dune for you. So, gotta watch the second one, but when this one comes out, I probably will watch it later down the line. I'm not going to the movie theater to watch this one either, so. But we'll see. It comes out the same day as Doomsday. The Avengers Doomsday movie, so that's why they're doing Dune, or Doom, something like that. I don't know, something stupid. They're doing some combination with those movies. So yeah, that's Dune for you. Since we're talking about movies and such, I think we should just go into One Piece, to be honest. And then I'll go into other topics. I might just go into One Piece for a little bit. Yeah. I'll go into One Piece. Okay. All right, guys. This is an article of Geeks and Gamer again. A review of Netflix's One Piece Season 2 is the adventure tale Hollywood forgot how to make. So, I don't know if I'm going to go through this whole review. But I did watch the full season of One Piece, guys. Season 2, live action. As noted, I did watch and I read a couple of the manga before, like the backstory of me with One Piece. I did watch a couple of the manga, or I did read a couple of the mangas. I did watch back in the day a lot of episodes of One Piece. I just fell off after. And I'm watching them again now, where I left off pretty much. Or the parts, I'm trying to remind myself what happened during these this season pretty much of what happened. So I'm up to the parts where it is. And already there are stuff in the animated or the cartoon, the anime itself, that is already gone from the live action here near or there. But that's a given though, because there's a lot there, and it's a lot of filler and a lot of things in there that has a little more substance than the live action. That's my backstory. So I've been a One Piece fan for a while, and it's not like I know everything about One Piece and I know it by heart or anything, but I enjoy One Piece. If you give me One Piece in front of me, I'll watch it. I'll read it. I'll watch it. Doesn't matter. I like One Piece. And I liked One Piece even back when I was a kid. I would watch a lot of episodes of One Piece. I'd watch the sub and the dubbed. Even though the sub is better than the dub, I would still watch the dub and the sub. I started with the dub, to be honest, and it was weird. And then I went to sub. But, that's just all we had back in the day when I was watching TV, The Four Kids, if you remember Four Kids, they had that, and they had the rap song for One Piece and stuff. I think they still do. I'm not sure though, but yeah. So going into live action, I was expecting this is going to be a shit show. This is going to be so ass. This is going to be bad as like Death Note or Cowboy Bebop or any of those like live action animes into, no, it's like anime into like live action. It's going to be ass. And then first season came out. And I was literally saying how good this show is. What the heck did Netflix do? Or it's not even Netflix. I think it's just the creator Oda coming in and telling them what to do on the set and telling them this is how it's done. Also, you got good writers and directors doing this stuff. And it was really good. Yes, it skipped a little arcs here and there. It did skip stuff. It's like the best moments of One Piece. Like it's like a remix of the best moments in One Piece put into like a shortened version of it. That's what it is. If you want the more content, you would have to get the manga or watch the anime. That's just it. Now, this is a show for normies. This is straight up a show for normies, which is fine because this is one I would be okay with, because I know when I was watching One Piece and I was watching it with my siblings or with my family, they never want to watch or read the manga or watch the anime. They would never. But for some reason, they got intrigued to watch the live action. They're interested. So this is getting a new audience. I always say new audiences sometimes can manipulate things, change things to make them look, feel not well, like compared to like the old audience. It doesn't mix well with people. This is why I have a problem with like reimaginings and the OGs. People in two fan bases don't like what they're doing with the others and this and that, But this one feels like it's being truthful to the source material, where it doesn't feel like fans of the manga or the anime feel like it's a big of a deal to make a big deal. Like, it's not. There's critique, yes, but it's not as big of an impact as they shit on this. How did they do this? They messed it up. Like, it's not as bad as you would think. So at least kudos to that. I like what they did with that. So they brought in a new audience that likes One Piece and never knew about One Piece, which if you didn't know about One Piece, that's crazy. It's like not knowing about Dragon Ball. It's like, where are you living? Under a rock? Like, it's crazy. So going into season 1, I really enjoyed it. I like the arc they ended it with, because I'm like, oh, that's a perfect arc. That's literally what I think they would end it with. But I just wanted more after that. I really did. I wanted more of it. I waited like 2.5 years or 3 years for this. It took too long. And the momentum by then, even like in the pub culture scene, it was huge. People, it was doing numbers, gang-busting numbers on Netflix. And this is their best selling show. People are going back and rewatching this and stuff. So it was doing really well. And they didn't expect this. And Hollywood's not expecting this either. And One Piece is the formula, I guess, to make how to create the source material similar to, how to do the source material right. This is a concept for it already, right here. The fan service is there. Everything's there. Yes, there are some changes here and there, and some people are not okay with Nico Robin, being Russian, and she's a more, not as tan like in the anime. She's a little bit more white skin, pasty. Not too pasty, but I like Nico Robin. I like her in this too. As well as Vivi being more like of an Indian descent instead of like Egyptian. But it's supposed to be Egyptian, so it's supposed to be a little bit more darker skin. But for some reason, even in the anime, she's more pasty white, kind of skin color. She looked like that, Vivi. And I know some people are always butthurt. They're like, oh, they went woke. They've race swapped characters, blah, blah, blah. It's like, sometimes it's not that bad. Sometimes most of the times it's bad. But this one, I think it didn't affect it too much where it worried me a lot. Because, like, even that place where Alabasta, it's supposed to be like Egyptian style. So, they're more darker skinned people. And they saw the king, everyone's more darker skinned in that area. So it would make sense. But yeah, I see it why, because people are used to the source material, how much it's different from what it, looks. Yeah, and a lot of people also don't like it as much because they cut so much content out of it from what it is, and there's so much better arcs. Like in the anime, it's performed like parts that are more impactful are better in the anime and in the manga than in this one. And I agree with you with that, because even in this season, in season 2, a lot of things happening here and there that are just like, feels like there's more to it, but it feels like they had a limit on time, how long they can do things. Because there's a lot that happened in season 2. There's tons of things that happen. We end into the Drum Kingdom, and they leave the Drum Kingdom. So that's the one with, it was like the snowy island with the king and Tony Chomper. They end it there. So we are going to be going into Alabasta. So that's going to be more of like Egyptian. It's going to be more sandy and everything for the next season. But the thing is, these shows need to be coming out yearly. We don't need to wait 2 or 3 years for the next season. This show needs to be done by like January next year or something. Like, and I hate the Netflix thing where they just drop the whole show as is. That's another one that pisses me off, because we could be talking about this every week of what's happening. Like, most people will do that too. A lot of content creators do that. And it just ruins the flow of it, because then you just have one video and it comes out and you're like, yeah, I just dropped everything down. And it's like, the momentum is gone. You could have kept this up every week with a new episode. The momentum would be going up and up, But instead, it's just a binge watch show, which this one I feel like doesn't affect it that much, and it feels good. But at the same time, I would have liked it weekly. Now then, how do I think about season 2? I think season 2 is good. I think it's good. There's some really good moments, some emotional moments in there. The CGI is not that good. Sometimes it looks good, and sometimes it looks horrible. It doesn't look good at all. So, again, it's Netflix. There's a budget, how much they can do. You can tell with Luffy, he was more limited of what he can do in this season because of the stretchy abilities. But they did more with the stretch abilities, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. You had some cool characters like Smoke. Who's another character? Mr. 8, Miss Sunday. A lot of them. We found out Mr. Zero, Tony Chomper, Vivi. Like, there's a lot of characters that happen in this scenario. Oh, and Dragon. I think Dragon's in this too. Yeah. Dragon's, I think, in that one part. So, yeah, there's a lot of characters and a lot of things happening. You had the whale part. You had going back to the execution of Rogers. Boogie the Clown comes back, or Boogie the Clown. Then we had the rogue of assassins trying to chase them. I forgot what they're called, like something watch. I forgot. Something with a B. I forgot. But it's just an assassin order. And Mr. Zero's the leader. So we had that. We had an island with dinosaurs and giants. and more assassins chasing them. It was a lot. And then I think, yeah, we had the whale where they're stuck in the whales, inside the whale. They went to the area was like a cowboy, like a cactus island. And then we went to Drum Island, which had all the arc of Tony Chomper and the King and all that. And now Tony Chomper is part of the gang, which now the money is going to go even harder into it because now you have a CGI character for the next season as a main crew member. So you're going to have Tony Chomper be a CGI character for the most of it. Yeah, the budget's going to go up. It's going to get higher and higher each time. You're going to have more power levels getting stronger, and it's going to be insane. So from here on out, it's going to be more money and more budget needs to be put in there. So the precision, the writing needs to still hit the source material. It has to be the same. It has to be the thing. Even if you have to limit some things with CGI. And we don't know how long this show will last because there's a lot of manga and a lot of episodes in the anime for One Piece. So this is going to last a long time. I think Oda knows how the live action will end. He has like a broad aspect of how it would end if there was like a couple of seasons left. But I really enjoyed season 2. Not as good, I think, as season 1. I think season 1 was something special. Season 2 was good, but it wasn't as good as season 1. That's all I could say. There's a lot of good things in this. So, yeah, there's a lot of good things I enjoyed in this show. So, again, One Piece Season 2 ratings, 16.8 million views in first 4 days, down slightly from Season 1. So, a little bit down because of, I think, the hype for it. It was a little bit less now because of how long it took to do this. But, yeah, it's still doing pretty good, gangbusters, even though it wasn't as high as the first one. One Piece Season 2 should embrace modern Hollywood writers, but they'll learn nothing from it. So, yeah, they should. Because this would learn, like, with the new Resident Evil movie that's coming out, the new Street Fighter movie, Mortal Kombat, all these properties from books to video games to biopics with the Michael Jackson movie that's coming out. Like, everything needs to, if you want to take, and it's an existing source material and adapt it into a movie or show, you're going to need to actually adapt it one-to-one in some way. Yes, you might have some changes here and there, but most of it has to be one-to-one, very close to it. Now, with like the Resident Evil movie, for instance, they're taking the IP itself, and it seems like they're not even doing what the video games did. They're doing their own style with the video game name of it. So they're taking the name Resident Evil, putting it into the world, and doing a completely new story, which I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. To be honest, I'm kind of iffy about it. It could work. It could work, but would it actually be Resident Evil? Would anyone care if it's Resident Evil? No, not really. You could have just called it like Biohazard or something too, but I don't know. So the whole thing about this article is Hollywood doesn't understand heroes anymore. So what it is, what is to be a hero? Luffy and his gang are heroes in the aspect of they're still pirates though. They're gonna do some pirate shit, but they're more of like a neutral type where they're not evil and they're not like bad at all, to be that honest, but they're still gonna like steal and be thieves and still do whatever they want for coin, kind of thing. Like, they're still gonna be pirates in the end of the day, but they're of more of a nuance pirates where they're actually good. So that's why they're like almost like a hero figure in that way. So it's weird. It's really weird, but yeah, I really liked One Piece. And besides One Piece, there's some good news about it too. don't want to blabber too much because I went a little bit longer than I should with One Piece. Where are we with time? Oh shit, I talked too much about One Piece. Well, it is a main topic, so you know, I'll be talking about One Piece. There's more here. So here's one by Geeks and Gamers as well. One Piece Season 3 already filming. Production began ahead of Season 2 release. Shorter wait expected. We're mostly cast and 2 months into filming. So I heard rumors about this already, but now it's more official. That when Season 2 dropped and they were done with Season 2, they already were working with Season 3. So maybe this won't be another like 2 or 3 years until we get the Season 3 of One Piece. Maybe it would be next year. Maybe the end of this year. I doubt it's going to be end of this year. But maybe early next year we'll have the next one. So I would like it if it was yearly. I think that would be good. I think a yearly wait for these shows could be good. And I would like weekly episodes coming out. But if they just drop it, that's fine. It just ruins the momentum, I think. But it is good. It is good that they're already filming and doing all this with One Piece. And I also said on my own Twitter here, so I saw this by Pirate Nation, and he said, this is with the Nami actress. One Piece actress Emily Rudd insisted on keeping the character's iconic miniskirt instead of opting for warmer clothing for the fans. Revealed a costume designer for the show. This is for the fans. I want to get this as correct as possible. Bernard added that she was really, really badass about it because it really was cold. And I love that. She's saying, this is for the fans. This is for you guys. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to do it for you guys because this is what the character is. I'm embodying the character. I'm doing my homework. And this is what actors should be doing. Not freaking blaming like we have with the Lara Croft Amazon Live series that's coming out with the Sansa Stark actor. I forgot what her name is. She's like, yo, this Lara Croft is from its time. She's not going to be sexual or hot looking anymore. She's going to just be a badass kind of character. Like, it's like, bruh, her whole thing was she looked good and she looked good doing it. That's her whole deal. That's her whole thing she does. That's her characteristic. Her look is her characteristic right there. Same with Nami. Her looks are what it is because Nami takes advantage of her looks. And she's also a thief, but also a navigator. And she uses her looks to take advantage of, you know, the other characters sometimes. But that's what she does, you know, kind of deal. Yeah, we saw Nami. That dedication actually is why fans loved her performance. Emily Rudd is honestly the perfect Nami. I like Emily Rudd. I like her. I think she's a really good Nami, for sure. Hell yeah. She knows bait. She knows ball. Yeah, this scene was crazy, dude. I saw this and I was like, oh, what's happening? What the? And it was only for like a split second too, where she's like, guys, it's so nice out. And she was like outside, you know, in her bra or whatever, bikini. And she's like, it's so nice out, guys. And then it started it was snowing. And she's like, what happened? One time it was sunny and now it's snowy. And then she puts on a coat or something. And I was like, what the? We had the same with Zorro. Zorro was just just shirtless, you know, posing. And he's just flexing his muscles in the snow. Like, bro, I was like, dude, this is awesome. We're getting fan service. We're getting like, it's like people are saying, oh, this is eye candy. But it's like, it's good. It's not like annoying, you know? It's just like, oh, there you go. There's something for you guys. For you dudes, you got Nami. You know, there's even a part where Vivi starts dancing. She does like the little like belly dance thing. And with the saxophone guy, with the Mr. 8. I was like, oh shit. Well, we're getting some cool things here, you know? And then we had, you know, a shirtless Luffy part. He was like almost butt naked with a thing on. You know, he's all ripped and oily. And then you have also Zoro too. And then you see freaking Nami. She's all wet. And it's like, damn. Like, I gave you props. Like, hell yeah, dude. Could have just said you're gay, you gay, bruh, instead of writing all that. What did it say? She knows ball. I wish more actresses. Yeah, like this thing. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Look at Zoro's all ripped and he's just muscly. Same with Luffy and Sanji. Like, bruh, you got fan service on both sides. It's great. I love to see it. Love to see it, dude. Love to see it. And I said back that I wish more actors and actresses like her try as hard to be close to the source material and not shit on it, making it for fans and not just half-ass it. She actually put in the work to become Nami. Much respect. And then, of course, I posted underneath. Also, the GOAT Henry Cavill gives it his all. When this is the part where he's talking about like Geralt, the source material, he understands that, you know, fans are not toxic, they're just passionate. You know this. You've seen this video around. I'm not gonna click on it or watch it because we already seen it before. But yeah, that's literally the same thing. Like Henry Cavill, dude, he would be all in the character if he was like in One Piece, one of these characters. He would be all in. Like, I think she likes the source material too. Like, a lot of these characters are fans of the source material now. I really like the Sanji actor too. I think Sanji's my favorite character in One Piece. Straight up, I think he's my favorite, and I think they do really good with him. This season, he didn't do as much than last season. He had some parts there. I feel like more lore and everything. But I think Sanji's next season, in season 3, he's going to have more of an arc. He's going to have more stuff going for him with Sanji. For that. And I think I saw one more thing here. Real quick. Let me see. I saw this. That was pretty funny. So, Critical Drinker posted his review of season 2 One Piece. One Piece season 2 Netflix pulled off a miracle, and I did watch the video. It's okay, it's all fine. And he had a thumbnail of Nami with this, and I was like, bruh, that's great. And then someone got butthurt, this Durham guy, and he's like, if this thumbnail doesn't tell you everything you need to know about the vile creature that calls himself a critic, you don't know what will. And then I love Epic Mike says, just say you're gay and hate women. Bruh. Bruh. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Holy shit.
It's facts, though. Facts, dude. Yo, it's a attractive, good-looking girl. What's the problem with that? Yo, if you put Zoro in the thumbnail, it'd be fine, but it'd be Nami. Oh my god, no way. It's like double standards. Again, what's the problem? I have no problem with this. For me, personally, my thumbnail wouldn't be this, but I was thinking about it. It would be probably just Luffy in general. Just the main character Luffy would be my thumbnail, but it's whatever. I thought that was funny, though. But Epic Mike just says, bro, just say you're gay and you hate women. Just say it, bro, since you just said that. That's so funny. That's great. That's fantastic. Well, that's pretty much my thing about One Piece. I recommend, guys, watching One Piece Season 2. It's good. It's not going to be better. Obviously, nothing's better than the source material itself, but I had a fun time. I enjoyed myself with One Piece. So I highly recommend you guys checking out One Piece. All right, let's get into, I think that's it for the movie news. Let's get into some gaming here, guys. I've been talking too much. Let's get into these quick topics with gaming. Should we do Resident Evil stuff? Let's do this one first. Stud. Here we go. This is Insider Gaming, and this is Doom: The Dark Ages Denuvo seemingly cracked. So this might be the first ever Denuvo crack that people are trying to find out with Doom: The Dark Ages. So it seems like Doom: The Dark Ages is the first 2025 title that has had its Denuvo cracked by pirates. Denuvo, DRM, has been a subject of constant debate. It's not a debate. It's a freaking ass anti-piracy that makes your freaking games slower as fuck. It ruins the games. It doesn't make them better. People that pirate games have a better experience with the game than freaking people that buy it. Make that make sense for me, please. In the gaming industry for a very long time. Recently, we were informed that Crimson Desert will launch with Denuvo. Again, not a good look from Crimson Desert. Same with Resident Evil Requiem. I know people are loving Resident Evil Requiem and has Denuvo in it. That still shouldn't be there, dude. It shouldn't be there. It still runs like shit with that on there. Now, they optimized it pretty well, I think, personally. Some Nvidia people had problems at launch. Now they fixed it in some areas. So it's still a good running game. It's pretty well optimized. You know, Resident Evil games usually are pretty well optimized in general. It's usually Denuvo that makes the shit, or Enigma, or any of those anti-piracy things. We'll launch with Denuvo Anti-Temper, which is enough to send fans into a frenzy. However, it now seems that recent version of software has been cracked. So already people are cracking out Denuvo. They're already stopping. They're already done with it. The Gamer recent post subreddit claims that Doom: The Dark Ages has been cracked. The user Voice38 shared those links. The first two are text and image versions of the NFO file, while the third link directs to the Steam store page for the game. The post indicates that the game was successfully cracked on March 13, 2026, and that the format was ISO, and notes that the protections were Denuvo and Steam DRM. So, yeah, this is the first. This won't be the last. Denuvo's always getting cracked. Dude, Denuvo is a joke. I don't think... I know people are like, oh, but how are you going to protect from piracy and this and that? People will find a way. They always will find a way. This is not how you do it. This actually worsens your game. This worsens your game for your PC ports. And then people are like, just get the console. Well, console's not better either. Console has problems too. Sometimes it's worse on consoles because it's a downgrade in some games, and the optimization is sometimes shit. So consoles are not better than PC. I know some people say that, I don't want a PC, I'll just get console because, you know, it's easier to function. Yeah, it's easier to function, but PC you're getting a better experience overall and more flexibility than on console. But it depends. It depends on that situation. But yeah, that is what Doom: The Dark Ages has been cracked, and Denuvo got wrecked. Let's just say that Denuvo got wrecked. That's one of those reasons. Denuvo definitely got wrecked. Let's see what we got here. What is up? What up? Okay, here's another one, guys. Check this out. Another one. So if you have a PlayStation 3, guys, PlayStation 3 consoles just got a system update that soft locks disk drives. What?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
What the hell is this? So yeah, I was asking the same question. So let's read. The PlayStation 3 was launched way back in 2006. I still have my PlayStation 3. It still runs like a gem. Still good. It's still fine. I love my PlayStation 3. I know there are some people that don't like PlayStation 3. They love 360. I have 360 as well. It's kind of iffy at the moment, but my PS3 is still running. I have tons of games on it. I love my PS3. Let that sink in for a moment. Despite the platform's age, Sony hasn't stopped updating the rickety old console. Get this rickety out of here, dude. It's just an older console that still is one of my favorite consoles. PS3 is an underrated console, I think. It really is. I know some people might say that, and dude, it has Blu-ray in it as well, just like PS4 is. It's a Blu-ray DVD player. Like, come on. And today, the company rolled out a minor system software update dubbed 4.93. It's a smaller thing, but it's indicated of Sony's intention to support even the retro platforms with security patches designed to combat modders and jailbreakers even 20 years after the consoles hit the market. That's insane, dude. Gone, but not forgotten. So please note, to play Blu-ray discs, your PS3 system needs to renewed Blu-ray player encryption key. Huh? Please update your PS3 system software to the latest version to renew the Blu-ray player encryption. Dude, you're not owning your PS3. The disk drive is an encrypted key system. This is new for me. I never heard of this before. Encryption key for your DVD player. What the fuck, dude? This means that you won't be able to run discs in your PlayStation 3 until you've installed the 4.93 update. Well, I have tons of games on PS3. It looks like I have to update. What the fuck? In a recent update for the PlayStation 3 ecosystem, it was revealed that Netflix would be disappearing from the platform on March 2. Oh, yeah, Netflix is gone on PS3. But yeah, that is so weird, right? Like, what a random-ass update for a disk drive. What the fuck, dude? There is a limit of how long you could take the disc. This is insane. Like, this just needs to be questioned on also, like, not just, like, owning digital games. Like, I know, like, games, like, question is, like, do I own this game or not? You know, as DRM free and everything. But, like, question it, do you even own this console since you bought it? Or can they just do anything they want? Even back in 2006, they're still doing stuff like this. That's freaking insane, guys. I don't know.
No!
I don't like that at all, that they're manipulating that and doing that. I don't like that. Yeah. It's just to fuck over modders and jailbreakers, which, who cares? Like, do you even care about this console? I guess you do, because I guess it's still doing pretty well somewhere in the world. Like, I could still boot it up and it's fine, but, like, now I have to update this. Great. Just great, guys. Just fantastic. But, yeah, that's the PS3 for you guys. Interesting. Interesting about that. All right. Let's get into a couple of Resident Evil, I guess Resident Evil news? I don't know. Like, I don't know what we should get into, but let's see these chart ratings right here. So this is by Pirate Nation. Battle Royale playtime dropped 27% in 2025. So Battle Royale games are starting to plummet. So they're starting to get less and less. Fortnite with 29%. That's pretty high. It's getting higher. It's going to get higher and higher. Apex Legends, 24%. Call of Duty, 33%. And PUBG actually plus 2%. So PUBG is doing the least. Everyone's migrating to sandbox/creative modes instead. I could see that. I think people are getting sick and tired of the Battle Royale system aspect of it. Like, it was a thing for that time, and now I think more people want to be, like they said, the creative modes. People just want to have fun instead of getting pressured in Battle Royale in some way, you know. Maybe more creative, more sandboxy, do what you like, have fun with your friends. Don't get too sweaty, I guess. I don't know. That's kind of weird, though. You know, has fallen. I haven't tried the new season of Fortnite because Fortnite has fucked up with the V-Bucks stuff, the increase. So I'm still kind of pissed on them because of that. But I'll probably check it out one of these days, the new season. But yeah, just wanted to tell you that Battle Royales are starting to decrease. Just a little bit with that one. Interesting. Let's get into some of this Resident Evil thing, because there's a lot of Resident Evil talk here. Now, my cast, I put this on my cast a while back, and it seems like sort of could be true. Don't know, but here we go. Anthony Starr was a big Texas at Big Texas Comic-Con, and a fan asked him about the Albert Wesker casting rumors, which I think he could be a pretty good Albert Wesker. He immediately said, "No way, not happening." Then someone in the crowd shouted that he would be a perfect for it. And he paused, smiled, and went, "You know what? Yeah, I want that role now." Dude. He's already in character. That's so funny. It's what's his name? From The Boys. Homelander. Anthony Starr, Homelander. I think he would be a good Wesker. Now, he would need to tone himself down, not be too kooky crazy like Homelander. He would need to be more, presentable, more thoughtful, thinking, but also, be a little bit sinister in that way. But what he does as Homelander in some of those areas, it feels like he could do a pretty good Wesker. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think he could pull it off. He could definitely pull off Albert Wesker. I just wanted to bring that one up because I thought that was interesting as well. Another one here. We got the voice of Leon. Resident Evil, Leon's voice actor, Nick Asperados. I can't say his last name. I always get it wrong. Apostolos really wants Sheva Alomar back. Don't we all? I've always thought Sheva Alomar from RE5 is such an amazing protagonist. She is. She's an awesome one. She's underutilized, and has only appeared in one game. I just love her character. I wish they would bring her back, maybe even in a mainline game. I think it would be really cool to have them team up. Leon and Sheva? I don't know about that one, but okay. Yeah, I totally agree. I think Sheva would be a nice welcome back. If any of the one characters that would come back as a second thing, it would be Sheva. Sheva would be one of those characters that, is a one-done character they never bring back. Would be Sheva, I think. Sheva would be that's a fan favorite for sure. But we got more here, guys, with Resident Evil. Let's see. There's so much. So, more on Leon stuff. Resident Evil Requiem director Koshi Naganishi on Leon S. Kennedy's wedding ring. So we know at the end, if you don't know, spoilers, he has a wedding ring on, or he has a ring. We don't know if it's a wedding ring, but it's some sort of ring on his finger he puts on back when he gets cured from his disease. And then he says, the answer will become clear someday, but not just yet. What we wanted to convey is the final scene is simple. Leon now has a place to go home to, and we hope you can imagine the peaceful moments he spends there. Okay, very simple. Don't think about it too much. We will explain it in the future. So there you go. So a lot of these shippers out here, which I don't like the shippers. I really don't. they're like, it's Sherry, it's Ada, it's Claire, it's Ashley, it's Hunnigan. It's like, I really don't care who it is. You know, if it's Ada, I think that would be the most easiest answer to see if it's Ada, because like, who else would it be? Who else do they have a romantic relationship, feeling like a Batman and Catwoman situation here, you know, kind of deal. Like, it has to be Ada and Leon, you know. Now, it could be also Claire. That could be also one of them as well. But I'm not really that invested into that. We also have this. This one's a new one as well, just recently. And it's kind of a leak. Again, take this with a grain of salt, guys. RE1 Remake reportedly entered pre-production in 2022 and 2023 and is now in full production, according to Leaker. The same source who tipped Dusk Golem about Ada Wong appearing in the Resident Evil Requiem DLC. So apparently this might be true. Again, take this with a grain of salt. Someone leaked it to Dusk Golem that Ada will be in this DLC. Don't know if she would be the main character or the playable character, or she would be a side character in that DLC. We don't know. But we know that also Resident Evil 1 is coming. We've heard this multiple times now. Another remake, which is just a reimagining now. Resident Evil 1. And also Code Veronica next year, 2028. Was it Code Veronica? 2028 will be Resident Evil 0. Then we have Resident Evil 10, which now I hear things that Claire will be the next character, the main character in that one. I don't know who else, but I hear things that Claire might be. Again, take this with a grain of salt again, guys. Not true yet until it's factual information. Claire Redfield will be the main character in 10. Then Resident Evil 1. And then after Resident Evil 1, I think we're going to have Resident Evil 5 Remake. Because each year they're going to try to get these out. If not, the second year after that. With that. So for the 30th or for 3030, pretty much the 35th anniversary, if I'm correct, right? They're going to do RE1. And then because of the Wesker, Jill, and Chris from 1, they're going to bring them back in 5. That's when you're going to have Jill and stuff and all that. And then probably in Resident Evil 11, we'll have Jill finally as the main character. We'll see. But yeah, that's what's happening with that. Resident Evil Requiem. Seems like Ada will be in there. Not too bad. Let's see. So we got also another big news from Resident Evil. Requiem has already sold 6 million copies, becomes fastest selling in the series. There you go. So instead of 5 million, now we have 6 million. So it's going up. It's the fastest selling Resident Evil game. I'm not surprised. This game was pretty hyped up, and yeah, it was good. It was good, but it's not my favorite Resident Evil game for sure. It's not my favorite. Let's just say that. It's good, but it's not my favorite. It's good though. It's good. Like if you're a Resident Evil person, you definitely will check this out for sure. But yeah. Pretty good though. Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Is that it for Resident Evil? I think that might be it for Resident Evil. Yeah. If I have some other things, I'll tell you about that with Resident Evil. But yeah, that's that for Resident Evil. Now, this little thing real quick. Pirate Nation, after 4 years of work, solo dev Charles breaks down in tears after opening Steam and learning his game, Tangy TD, made $250,000 in a week. I feel like I really don't deserve it. So he started, he broke down crying about it, the Tangy TD. This game, it's an indie game, and he did really good with it. So I just want to tell you, like, you know, it's a solo developer. You can do it if you put your mind and your passion into it. You can also do well, you know. when you do this, but like, it's just a good story. I just wanted to bring it up. It's a nice little story that he made so much, and he's appreciated. He didn't think he would deserve it, but he did it. So this game, Tangy TD. I don't know what it is, but I thought it was a nice little story there. You know, a nice accomplishment. So there you go. Let's talk about this PlayStation thing, dude. This is crazy, I've heard. Where is it? Fuck. So, PlayStation apparently is doing something, rebranding the PlayStation Network thing. So, PlayStation is eliminating the PlayStation Network and PSN branding by September 2026. It will unify its digital services, including expanded PC integration, while keeping core features like multiplayer and trophy intact. Kind of weird, right? Remember I said this a few months back? I was like, I wouldn't be surprised, Microsoft, with Xbox Live Pass, on PC and Xbox. PlayStation doesn't have that. What if the PS Plus thing goes to PC? What if they have their own app, their own service? I said this. And I remember also saying, I wouldn't be surprised in a couple of years, Nintendo doing the same. So what is going on is there's a big market with PC, even though it's very expensive at the moment because of the AI, data and all that with the RAM and everything else. I was saying that I wouldn't be surprised, and I said this too many times, that there will be a service on PC, their own application, not with Steam, where you can buy PlayStation games or play them, live stream them or whatever through the cloud or whatever they're doing through them with a subscription service. Dude, I said this, and I think it's happening now. They're branding out PlayStation Network as some sort of PlayStation live service thing. They're doing the Xbox thing with Xbox Pass. Xbox Pass. They're doing the same shit. They're doing the Nintendo live, whatever it's called, the service thing. They're doing that. They're going to branch out PS Plus even more. And there's more of this too. Because I've said this so many times, and people are like, no, Nintendo will never bring their games to PC. Oh, just wait and see. I'm telling you, PC market, these console people don't know how big PC's getting. Here we go. Another one, Pirate Nation. Sony is reportedly working on its own dedicated PC launcher for PlayStation games. PSN account to play. Let Sony keep 100% of the revenue instead of giving it cut to Steam. This is obvious. I saw this coming. Possibly block their titles from running on Microsoft's upcoming Project Helix hybrid console. The first major title to use the approach could be Marvel's Wolverine. Sony has not made any official statement yet. So take this again with a grain of salt. But I think this is happening. 100% sure this is going to be a thing. Sony doesn't want other companies to get the revenue. They want everything for themselves. So this is why, not just because they're not adding, their single player games onto Steam no more and PC or anywhere else, it's because they're doing their own ecosystem. They're rebranding the PlayStation name and everything in it to become this new hybrid cloud system style where it's PC, PlayStation, all these other things. You're going to go through PlayStation itself to do this. So, yeah, if you want to play your PC games or your PlayStation games on PC, you're going to have to go through their own application, which I was like, that's a given. I had a feeling that's what they're going to do. Same with Nintendo. Nintendo will be doing the same. Nintendo will be dropping the same thing. Watch. They're going to see this big market with PC, and And just like Capcom and Square Enix have said, they're moving forward to PC market because they see the future of the games running and doing better on PC. That's their moneymaker. PC is their moneymaker. Capcom and Square Enix have said this. They're focusing now on PC more than ever. So hopefully not lazy ports of anything. And consoles second now. It used to be console first, now PC's first. So it has changed now. And I see this being real. I feel like this is going to be 100%. We have to wait and see about this, but I feel like in my gut, this is going to be 100% true. I feel like that's going to be true. So, PlayStation going PC route too. Not a big shock, but okay, let's get into a quick one with this one here. We got Final Fantasy IX animated series in production at Eurovisual titled Black Mage's Legacy. Season 1 is in production and will feature 10 episodes of 22 minutes each. So, Huh? I'm so confused. So, instead of a remake, remaster of 9, we're getting an animated series. Okay. This is going to be kid-friendly, I feel like. This might be kid-friendly. So it's going to have 10 episodes of 22 minutes. Okay. We'll see about this one. Don't know. I just want to bring it up that Final Fantasy IX is having an animated series. Is it going to be kid-like? I don't know. What it's going to... Oh, no. Oh, no.
Holy shit.
Let's move on from that. Holy shit, dude. We asked them for a remake of the game, and they gave us an animated instead. I guess we can't be picky. Yikes. Yes. They fucked this. The fuck is this? Is going to make Vivi a Troon, and Stanler will be a black man. Oh, my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. Please don't ruin it. Please don't ruin this too. But yeah, there you go, guys. Just a little update on that as well. Yikes. Yikes. That's not good. Dashed. It's very interesting for sure. Okay. Let's get into Crimson Desert real quick, because this game is just brand new and everyone's talking about Crimson Desert at the moment. Let me see. Crimson Desert. Let's go on SteamDB. Okay, guys, yesterday night, Crimson Desert just came out, and people are playing it, trying out what is the hubbub about this new open world RPG if you want to say it. It's probably just an RPG open world. You can do almost anything. What is this all about with Crimson Desert? I've been seeing it a lot. So apparently, we have 191,579 playing at the moment this Friday afternoon, which is pretty good. All-time peak, 239,045 45. So, pretty good. It's doing pretty well, it seems. Reviews, 58.64%. So it's very mixed at the moment. And if we get into Crimson Desert, it has a lot of people watching, because I feel like this game in general feels like a game I want to see before I play. I don't know, because these are the same people that did Black Desert Online, and this is their first like single player game. So this is a very anticipated game coming out. It's very big in scale, I would say. And they're trying out their best. Right now it's fluctuating. 48-hour peak. This. People hopped on. All this and that. So it's moving along. It's moving along at the moment. It's going. We will see if it'll go back up this weekend. I feel like more people are going to be trying it out and seeing how it is. It's very mixed. At the moment, some people are hating it. Some people are liking it. It's really weird. This game is very mixed at the moment. A lot of people are viewing it right now, and they're interested. You know, almost 500 people, 24-hour peak watching it on Twitch and then stuff like that, 500,000. So it's people are watching and lurking and seeing what this game's about, because a lot of the promotion for it, yeah, the graphics look good and things look interesting enough, but do I want to invest myself into this world? Is it worth my money and time to put into this world, since it's so big? It's like a sandbox. It's huge, you know? It's like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom or Assassin's Creed, Dragon's Dogma. It's like a combination of those. What's another one? Kingdom Come Deliverance, stuff like that. So is it worth my time? So that's what everyone's trying to figure out. Is it really that good? Well, let's start with Crimson Desert. What happened at Crimson Desert? Okay, right here. So we're going to start with Crimson Desert. Oh, sorry, guys. Crimson Desert has nearly 400,000 pre-orders on Steam, generating roughly 20 million in revenue so far. Launch set to March 19th. So this was when it was pre-orders. Okay. So that's really good. That's pretty good for this. I don't know how much this game is. I don't know if it's a AA game or a AAA game. I have no clue. It's definitely not indie. There's no way. There's no way this is indie. And then let me find more about this. And then we had the media going. Crimson Desert reviews are in. 9.5 out of 10. So none of them gave it a 10 out of 10. Open Critic 82, Metacritic 77. I think it's gone up. Game Rant 8 out of 10. Tech Radar Gaming 8 out of 10. Game Radar Plus 8 out of 10. Steam Deck Hardcore The Gamer 4 out of 5. So it got pretty decent reviews here and there, right? Pretty good so far. Pretty good in that department, right? Pretty good. And then we got this one by Smash JT. He said, breaking IGN scores Crimson Desert a 6 out of 10. Review in progress. So this was just review in progress. 6 out of 10. So they're the lowest ones, IGN. And then he said, this is the same outlet that gave Dustborn a 7, Conquer a 7, and Dragon Age the Veilguard a 9. Classic. Bruh.
No!
That's crazy.
Holy shit.
So yeah, IGN gave it a 6 for this game. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on the person. This is review in progress. Will it change? Maybe a 7, 8, and maybe it'll go up to a 7 or an 8, but who knows? IGN is such a fraud in general, just how they make reviews a thing. The reviews don't mean shit no more. IGN is not reliable at the best at all. I'm telling you, if you're gonna watch, you're gonna need to watch your content creator to see how you feel about Crimson Desert, because that's where it's gonna impact you. Is it worth playing this game? Particularly me, it looks interesting, but I feel like I would wait for a sale for this game. Another thing is, I don't know how open everything is. Sometimes when something's too much and too open, I don't know. It just, for me generally, I used to love open world games, but at some point, I don't know what happened. I just started. Open world can be done well. It's just sometimes there's just so much shit to do, so many tedious things that I really don't give two craps about open world games. It depends on it. If it's really good and in good quality, feeling like it's not always just go here, do this, go this, do this. You know, it's like, I don't know. Something about open worlds have changed for me over the years, and I'm more okay with like a closed open world, more quality into the world, more detail, I guess, in that ways. It doesn't have to be too detailed or too much quality. It just has to feel good in general altogether. Just style, gameplay, everything just has to run correctly for me. But yeah, there's more though. So IGN gave it a 6 so far, it seems. What else we got here? Not fully a 6 though. And then we got this. Pearl Abyss shares dropped nearly 33% today after Crimson Desert received reviews below the high expectations investors had built up over its long development. Ouch. I don't know. This game could be a winner, could be a bust. I'm telling you, it's very hard to predict this one, guys. I can't predict this one. This one seems like could be good, could be bad. I don't know. It's very hard to find out this one in general. So what else we got about Crimson Desert? Crimson Desert has sold 2 million copies. Good. Hopefully, no returns. How many were returned and refunded? I was about to just say that. How many returned and refunded? Because there are problems people are figuring out about this game. Oh, sorry about that, guys. There's more problems people are finding about this game. Here we go. Let's see. Crimson Desert. Oh, here we go. Crimson Desert reviews dropped too mixed on Steam, mostly due to performance issues and weird controls. I always thought that this game will have some problems, especially with Denuvo, but optimization is going to be very key in this one. And I guess there's some weird controls going around people are not liking. Adds Denuvo results in performance complaints. You don't say. Yep. It's such a weird game, and the story isn't hitting so far. So I've heard the story's not the best part about the game, and I don't know. People are just saying it just feels weird. Performance issues at launch, mixed reviews, discourse everywhere. Seen this exact story before. Give it 3 months and a few patches, and people will be calling it underrated. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I think it's getting the cyberpunk treatment right now, where there's problems with the game itself, and people are already disowning it, when it's probably going to be good later down the line. Who knows? Concord 3? Nah, Crimson Desert, nah. You people overhyped this game. I agree. This game was overhyped. Bro, you gotta learn combos just to open a door. I don't have issues with the performance mostly, but I do agree with controls get a bit janky at times. So as jank control, that's crazy. I don't mind if it has jank controls because, you know, some games had that back in the day too, and they did pretty well. Let's see. Again, Pearl Abyss stock is crashing after disappointing investors with the release of Crimson Desert. Another one. Still crashing. I don't know. Crimson Desert is all over the place at the moment. So this is a game I would just wait and see. Again, Crimson Desert players are asking for refunds due to the game's terrible, clunky controls. Whoever designed this control scheme should seek employment with the devil. Crimson Desert Extra reported, think of it like riding a bike. It comes naturally after you learn it. Pretty much. Yeah, I don't know. It's something different. Something different, but feeling almost like a lot of other games before, but it feels different. I don't know. I'm not too interested in it at the moment. Like I said, I'd rather play something else, but it is still fascinating, the the thing about this Crimson Desert game, how much people are liking or disliking the game itself. I don't know. It's just a lot there, and we will see what happens with Crimson Desert. I'm not saying I hate it or love it. I'm just like kind of in between at the moment. And I think it's okay to talk about games you don't play all the time and see how other people react to it, because I think that's also interesting to see what the conversation's about here. And maybe, it could change if people play it and understand it. It's okay to understand, but not like full on just like, oh, I hate this game, and you fully like embrace it because that's your mindset, that you hate the game. I'm not saying I hate the game. I'm just saying it just doesn't look appealing to me to the point, but maybe if it goes on sale, I would give it a try kind of deal. Or if it gets gifted to me, that's another thing. If you gift me the game, I could probably check it out, kind of deal. Yeah, so not grifting here, guys. I'm just saying the facts, what I've seen here, okay? I'm just seeing how it is. But you know what else is doing really well, though, instead? This game just came out, too. Death Stranding 2 just launched on PC with over 55K peak players and overwhelming positive reviews. No one's talking about Death Stranding 2. No one's talking about this game. No one. It's doing pretty good. Not so good, but it's doing pretty good. 0 DSLS needed. Just a horny dude and his pervy thoughts. No, not Kojima. It's okay. It's pretty good. It's doing okay, guys. Hopefully it goes up more. We'll see. Death Stranding 2 came and went. People are saying it's so good, Game of the Year material and everything, and then it just came and went and nothing happened, I still gotta beat Death Stranding 1 though, but yeah, pretty cool. Should be getting more, but Crimson Desert is all the hubbub about right now, so Death Stranding 2 is getting looked away from right at the moment, but maybe it'll go back up. Who knows? But yeah, awesome to see that. Awesome to see that. Okay, let's get into this Capcom thing. What time is it? Okay. 2 hour. All right. We got to go fast with this one, guys. Fast. Almost 2 hours. So I saw this, but I haven't really got into it. So this is by Insider Gaming. This is interesting. Saudi investment firm acquires a 5% stake in Capcom. What?
Huh?
Okay, I don't know what this is. And an investment fund from Saudi Arabia electronic gaming development company has acquired 5% stake in Capcom. Interest from Saudi investment firm in the gaming industry has been increasingly tremendously over recent years. It is recently revealed that the Saudi Public Investment Fund could become the majority owner of EA, which we know that. We've reported on that before. If its proposed takeover deal complete now, Capcom receiving a significant investment from another Saudi-based entity. So we know SNK and EA were pretty much bought by the Saudi Arabians. They've got their investments in and everything. So they pretty much got it. Now it seems like they're wanting to get Capcom now. Saudi EGTC owners 5% stake in Capcom. Report reveals that the Saudi investment firm, according to 5.03 stake in Capcom by purchasing 26,788,500 shares. Through the acquisition, the company aims to earn profits from increasing the stock price, dividends. Saudi Arabian Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman owns GDC through the MISC Foundation, and the company owns 100% of SNK Corporation. Like I said, yes. The maker of Fatal Fury and King of Fighters. So they're going for Capcom because of their really popular IPs, I'm guessing. And also Street Fighter, because these are fighting games. EGDC investment is not the only Saudi Arabian investment in Capcom. The Saudi public investment fund also funds similar stakes. Reporting PIF also purchased 5% stocks in Capcom and Nexon for $1.2 billion back in 2022. Talking about Saudi investment in gaming, and last month it was reported that Saudi's Sevi Group to purchase Moontown from ByteDance, sourcing the Mobile Legends Bang Bang label. So yeah, this is interesting because, you know, Saudis jumping on this with Capcom, getting, investments into it, could be interesting for the future for Capcom. But right now, Capcom, I think, is in a good place in general. I think they're making pretty bangers after bangers with a lot of these games. No, they're not, they're quality games in some aspects. I wouldn't say completely, but they do have problems to them. As well as, like we're going to talk about today with Alex. So this is a crazy one, guys. The Alex thing just came out for Street Fighter, and it's going crazy with what's going on. I think we should watch a video of this. I really should. We really should watch a video of this. Let me try to find the video real quick about this thing. Because if you guys don't know about Street Fighter 6, let me just tell you. Okay, let me go on. Let me go on this guy. We're gonna watch a video. Let's see this guy. What he has to talk about. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So.
Hello.
Here we go. So this is. Let me see here, guys, real quick. Okay. Okay. So this is a video by Roofamonger, and we're gonna watch this. And it's the Alex situation is crazy. Street Fighter 6. So this is pretty much what is happening in Street Fighter 6 at the moment with Alex. If you guys don't know who Alex is a fighting game character. He was the mainline character in Street Fighter 3, 3 or Third Strike. And he was one of the big characters in that game. He was one of the main characters. Now, it's been years. I think they brought him back also in Street Fighter 5. And now they're bringing him back in Street Fighter 6. So in Street Fighter 6, they bring him back finally. And I did get to play him. I have this DLC. And I get to play him. And he is fun. He's really good. He is a grappler, like a fast grappler. Like Zangief's more slow, has more armor. But he's a fast grappler. And he's fast, but also he has hold mechanics as well. But he is insane how he plays. It's like the best Alex has played in a long time, I think. But I could be wrong. Because I was never really a huge Alex fan. Like, I appreciate Alex for what he is. Like, the character, he's a wrestling dude, whatever. But he was fine. Like, he was okay. Like, he wasn't my favorite character or anything. But he was cool. I enjoyed him. And I didn't mind him. And I thought, like, Alex is coming back. Oh, cool. They're going to do something cool with Alex, probably. So they make him, like, kind of like a heel in wrestling where most people just hate him. He's a, like, unlikable dude. But he has to because that's his persona, whatever. He plays that out. Now, he's a good dude, though. But, so everyone's talking about he's cool. His gameplay's fun. Everything, design, everything about him is cool. And then you get into the story in Street Fighter which some people, okay, it's a fighting game. Story doesn't really matter in fighting games. I could say yes. Story is not like the biggest implement, but these are characters you've been working with for many years now. Like, what, 30 max out years now? And you want to see what these characters have been through over the years and what has happened with these characters. It's just like in Resident Evil. Like, what has Leon been doing? And why is he, he's older now. We want to see how he feels, how he reacts and everything. These are characters have been with you for a long time. So if this was just a separate story by itself, then I would be like, okay, maybe it doesn't really matter. Maybe you get attached to these characters. These are not real people. These are just characters in this fictional or in this world. But at the same time, when you find out story element beats about this character and how much they've changed and how much they've been altered, it kind of sours the experience of the character himself. I'm not saying I'm going to disown Alex for this, that we're going to be watching, but it is pure character assassination. It really is. Capcom does not like this character, or I don't know what they're trying to do with this character. I have no clue why they did this, but we're going to be watching this. I have no clue why they had to do this, but this is what everyone's talking about in the Street Fighter community at the moment.
Hello and welcome. This is Rufomonger, my friends. We are going to address the Alex situation. So in the last day or so, I've been working on the big patch video, and check that out if you haven't already, because, well, it took me a long time to make, so check it out. And during that, I got a million messages, talk about Alex, talk about Alex, talk about Alex. And I've seen social media, and people are losing their mind. The Street Fighter fangirls went from thirsting for Alex to kind of casually discarding him and not wanting anything to do with him. And
he's the opposite of Leon. Like, people are gooning for Leon, men and women. Now, no one's gooning for Alex no more. The people were going to be like, damn, he's so hot, he's so cool and everything. Now it's the completely opposite. Alex has been disowned by almost everyone. It's insane.
Well, it's certainly an artistic choice to go with Alex. So what am I even talking about? Well, Alex married his sister cousin and got her pregnant. Certainly not a set of words I'd ever thought I'd say in a YouTube video, but hey, here we are.
Holy shit.
You heard that right, guys. Did you hear that? That's what happened. So his story is that he got married to his cousin's sister and also knocked her up. Yeah. I would have never thought in any timeline this would happen in Street Fighter, but it did. It's insane. He's literally the Alabama meme where I did my cousin and it's insane, dude. I can't, it's like some people are just, they can't process this. It's disingenuous and it really is pissing a lot of people off. But at the same time, there's people I know, like a lot of big streamers, that they don't want to talk about this. It's just uncomfortable. Why is it uncomfortable? It's because it's uncomfortable because we've been saying this where Capcom has been going in a weird direction and you guys let it go into this weird direction. How many times I've said in my past even videos where I was like, Capcom's going in a weird direction. And I also brought up, the Saudi Arabian thing with Capcom thing with the investment. Saudi Arabian has some weird things and people are saying, oh, maybe it's a cultural thing. Fuck no. This is not okay anywhere you go in the world. I'm telling you, it's not okay. People, oh, it's okay. No, it's not. It's not okay. It's not okay telling you it's fucked up in the head and it has problems. Some people, okay, it's the second cousin, it's the sister or second cousin. I'm like, no, it doesn't matter. It's still blood related. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's fucked up like what happens in Game of Thrones with blood related stuff. That's how fucked up it is. I'm telling you. Why the fuck? So the Saudi Arabian thing is interesting. It might be connected to something with this, or there's a miscommunication. I've seen people say it might be a miscommunication, but in Japan, some people have translated and it's worse in Japanese. So it's not a miscommunication at all. Some people are coping about this, and it's just the facts. They don't like Alex. They gave him this awesome moveset. They made him super cool, but the character they don't like. They don't like him. I think Capcom doesn't like this character. Or is this going to bring out something in the future where something with Gil, because Alex defeated Gil in Street Fighter 3. So is this like a precaution that Gil knew what's going to happen, or is this like the new is this the new quote unquote antichrist that's happening now? Like Gil did this to Alex? What happened? Like, it's just the randomest shit ever. Well, let's just continue.
So Alex,
it's not okay though. It's not okay. And that's why, I'm sorry, I'll continue in a sec. It's not okay, but why did this have to happen? Why did Alex have to become this character? Like, he was a hated character. He could redeem himself. I literally play through the story myself, and I was like, oh, what a wholesome story, in the beginning. And then I put things together. I went, I played arcade mode. You get the little wholesome story. I'm like, okay. Because I totally forgot that, he had like a sister or whatever. And I was like, oh, he has some sort of wife now. And he's married and he has a baby. Oh, it's so wholesome. What a good story. And then I went to like World Tour and I was like, wait a second. Oh, fuck. There's more like lore about this character when you go into World Tour or the main story. And you're like, oh, fuck. How the fuck did they fuck this character up this much, dude? This is so bad. I don't know how you can redeem yourself, Capcom, after this. I have no clue. How are you going to erase this out of people's minds? How are you going to... You got to make like a story arc that like Gil did this, or Urine or any of the people in that cult with Gil, with the Illuminati. Something happened there and they did this to him, or he had to do this, or something weird ass shit that happened. Like, you're going to need to tell us something, how this actually came to fruition.
Newest DLC character launch, and when a character launches in Street Fighter 6, they get their arcade mode, which gives a little bit of a story, and also their World Tour expansion, which also is even in further depth tells what's going on with the character. And Alex is a pre-existing character, so he has pre-existing lore. And he has pre-existing supporting characters in the story, being Tom and Patricia. And they're bringing him back. That's great. We all love callbacks. There's just a little bit of a problem. So it's divulged in Alex's arcade ending, hey, him and Patricia are now an item. And not only are they an item, she is very much pregnant with his child. Which, in a vacuum, there's nothing wrong with that. The issue being that she is blood related to him, and also they grew up together as brother and sister. Whoops! Wasn't expecting, like, whatever I thought the lore was gonna be, it wasn't that. I thought, hey, maybe let's finally finish the Street Fighter 3 storyline so we can know what actually happened. Because they have never, ever closed the door on just exactly what happened with Gil and the Illuminati. And don't worry, I went through the entirety of World Tour mode for...
Whoops. Nothing is pretty much shown but this instead. Holy shit, dude. What a middle finger to Alex fans out there. I feel bad for the Alex fans.
No!
I feel bad for
Hey,
them.
yo, what the fuck?
It's crazy. Yeah, this sucks. This sucks, dude. This sucks. Imagine if they do this to, like, Dudley, because I'm really wanting Dudley to come back in Street Fighter. Imagine if they make him straight up just, like, a homosexual guy. Out of nowhere, just... I don't care about his sex, though, really. But he's just somehow a homosexual dude hanging out in a gay bar in a Speedo. And we see that, and we're like, what the fuck? Like, where did this come from? Like, this is like the same thing. Like, something like out of nowhere, you're like, why is this even needed? Why is this lore needed? I don't need to know about this. He could have just said, and that's the weird part, where I just want to protect my sister and my family, and I do this for them because they mean a lot to me, and they take care of me when I was little, and I will protect them for the rest of my life. Something very basic like that would have been fine. And then maybe more story about Gil, but they barely mention Gil, like him fighting him in Street Fighter 3. It's like, what the fuck? And then it's just more of her, more I want to do. And then the baby stuff, and then on, and baby missions. And you're like, dude, is this a joke? Like, is this a early April Fool's joke? Like, what the fuck, dude? Dude, if they patch this on April 1st, that would be so funny. They patch this and try to fix this, this would be so funny. But this is what people are upset about. And like I said, these are not real characters, but you've been with these characters for the rest of your life almost, and half of your life. And it's like, I look upon, Alex as a character, like I like this character. Like these characters, you look upon them because you like these characters because you feel for these characters in some way, Like, I know people, like, I play Street Fighter, and then he's like, I love this character so much, I want to be like this character. So he works out, gets in the gym, gets fit, gets strong, and, becomes, like, a character, style of that character. But he's not, like, going to be full that character. He wants to look like that. He wants to get beef and strong like Alex or anyone else, characters you like. Even for the women characters, they become like Chun-Li's out there and stuff. It's like they want to get better and they want to perform better. So it's inspiring to some people in that way. But this is not inspiration. This is just disgrace. This is just like, what the fuck, Alex? What did you do? What happened? I feel like there has to be some sort of plot twist where it's like, fuck, you know what happened? He was like, he sort of brought it up that he feels like he has a dream that he feels like he was brainwashed by like Shadaloo or something. Something's brainwashed him. Remember that? He said that in the story too. He had a dream like that. So this could be that he was tempted to do this. And this could be another kind of like some sort of thing told him in his brain that he has to do this. But it could be that, are they setting up this as like a villain for the future? I don't know. I have no clue what's going on with Alex, but it is really weird. I might be just coping. I don't know, but this is weird. Who thought this was okay?
Alex and did every little thing there is to do, and they basically don't even bring it up. Alex, the character who beat Gil, the false messiah, the Antichrist. And yes, Gil is the Antichrist, by the way. And here we are, like, finally closed the door on it. Nah, we're not going to talk about it. So we learned that Alex has mostly been focusing on his wrestling and became a family man. That's great, except the family is with his sister cousin. Now, there's been a lot to have been made by this. People saying, oh, people didn't understand what the story was saying, or it's a mistranslation, and no. It's explicitly spelled out, and no, it's not a mistranslation. It's actually gotten to the point where Japanese outlets are being like, how come these Westerners are all up in a tizzy about the Alex storyline? Worried that such a relationship is impure. I love this little slam dunk here, by the way. Incidentally, in the United States, marriage between second cousins is generally legal in all 50 states. So yeah, why am I making a World Tour lore video and I'm talking about incest marriage? Anyways, let's just...
It's still weird. It's still weird. Doesn't matter. It's still weird, guys.
Let's roll you through how we get here. So it's brought up here. Tom, the character from Street Fighter 3, is Alex's adopted father. And specifically, it was the cousin of his mother. His parents died when he was young. So Tom is a blood relative of his mother. And Tom raised him. And he also, in World Tour, calls Tom his dad. Tom is the father of Patricia. So they grow up together. So they're cousins, second cousins, and they basically grow up as brother and sister. So just on his face, there's nothing inherently wrong with that, right? Tom's a good guy. He looked after his cousin's kid after, they passed away, and raised Alex just like he was his own child.
Why wouldn't they just put in, I raised Patricia, or whatever her name is. Tom says, I raised her like my own daughter, and she's not my daughter, she's adopted. If they just put that in, then I would be like, okay. So he raised 2 adopted kids in some instance. I would be like, okay, that would make sense. You just got to change that. That's all Tom needs to say, and it's fixed. Everything's fixed. But it's not okay because he's like, that's my daughter. That's my daughter. And I'm like, fuck, why do you have to say that? No, it's not. Please don't say that. No, it's fucked up.
That's great. Commendable even, really. And granted, this is not blowing up, say, in Japan the same way it is here, because different cultures have different values and all that kind of stuff. But over here,
oh, sorry, I was muted. Fuck, I was muted. Even like the art director for the character in Third Strike, I was going to say, he was like, bruh, what happened, Like, even the art director's like, he doesn't hate it or love it. He's just like in the middle, and he's like, yeah, it's an interesting decision they did. Like, yeah, that's interesting because no one would have thought of that. It's just weird. It's just weird, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I got muted.
No!
Sucks. All right, we're back.
On our side of the pond, it is generally less than ideal to marry your cousin. Doubly so because they're also effectively your sister. So I don't know, maybe he's from the deep south of Metro City, right? And it's just, you feel like someone at some point would have ran through Capcom's like, hey, maybe this doesn't play over that well in the West, but it is what it is. And then there's a shot here, right? Like, it also triggers a response. Because we got the shot here of like Alex holding Patricia as a baby. Granted, he's not terribly old himself here. He's a young child. But holding her as a baby, then also marrying her. Which that is also a little weird, I guess. Like, you put all these things together.
What do you mean, I guess? What do you mean, I guess? It's weird. It's just weird. Not even guessing. It's just weird. Fuck this, I guess. Let's be honest. It's fucking weird. And a lot of people are disappointed with this, and they should be. Even though I'm not an Alex main or whatever, if I saw Ken doing this or some sort of shit like, because Ken's my main. I love Ken. Ken's my favorite. Like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, no, I guess it's weird. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, fuck, just say it. Yeah, it's weird, and I don't like it. Let's just be honest.
And it's just a recipe for some people to think Alex is a little bit odd now. This is certainly one of the biggest talked about points about his release. Not his combos, not his Oki and setups. It's his relationship. Now, for Tom, the dad, he's actually loving it, turns out, because he was always scared of his daughter leaving the house. And now, with his adopted son marrying his daughter... Like, what am I supposed to say to all this, right? Again, how did this not trigger somebody's radar before you put this out to the public? Like, here in fighting game land, we're used to patches for, balance, bug fixes. Will we have our first ever lore balance patch for Street Fighter 6 to change up Alex so they can retcon this? Rest assured, I don't think this is ever going to get brought up ever again. Like, this will be like the YouTubers of the next generation 20 years from now. It'll be like, man, did you know in Street Fighter 6, Alex married his cousin who was also his sister? I guess it'll be...
Yeah, I don't know about that, guys. Yikes, that's pretty bad.
Some fun, dark trivia for the future. Maybe in Street Fighter 3, this was what Gil was trying to stop. They refused to elaborate on Gil anymore, so we have to take this as a potential option, I suppose. But yeah,
that's what I was thinking too. Like it's something to do with Gil. Like a new Antichrist is born from Alex or something. Like something fucking weird like that. I don't know.
There's just a lot of wholesome imagery here, right? Wholesome imagery. And yet it's tainted by perhaps our different cultural values, but yeah. And there's a lot of other really good stuff in the World Tour mode besides this. Like there's lots of great little lore drops for little Easter eggs, but this definitely just...
There's Abigail and Alex working together. I remember this too. Yeah, yeah. Like all of this gets foreshadowed because of all the weird cousin and sister thing, you know?
Overshadows everything else. Like, hey, turns out Alex and Abigail, best friends. They get along famously. Love to see Abigail representation because Lord knows we need more of it, and Abigail needs to be in Street Fighter 6.
I feel like Abigail is a little special though. Like something's wrong in the head. I could be wrong. I always thought Abigail was kind of weird in the head, but who knows?
And I know some of you are saying, well, I don't want Abigail. And that's the fear in you speaking. If you can have a clear look at it, you would realize Abigail is the best for everybody. There's also a whole subplot where like a whole faction of Metro City wrestlers go NW Oki. And you know, the next character, I thought Ingrid was going to be like the one with all the weird World Tour lore. And no, you know what? I think Alex has set the bar pretty high, actually. So Ingrid, you got...
That's true. Ingrid's next. I thought Ingrid would be the weird character in this season, but it was Alex. Alex just topped Ingrid because of that. Yep, for sure.
Something to beat. Also, right before we close out here, so another storyline World Tour is Alex is looking to fight heavyweights, accidentally runs into Lily, and in a fight you have no control in, again, more cinematic fights, Lily beat his head in, and I don't know, that just made me happy. So maybe Lily can't get much in the actual game for balance patches, but at least they put Lily over the new DLC character in the story mode. We'll take what little wins we can get around here.
Lily push, that's so funny.
Here. But anyways, my friends, that is the news for today. So that's it for me.
So there you go, guys. That's the backstory of Alex, why everyone's upset online, going crazy for, like they should. This is a spit on every Alex fan out there, and I feel bad for you guys. I really do. I played him. He's fun. But with all the problems with his story in general, it's hard to look past it. I understand. But it will take time. It'll take time, guys. I understand. Like, these characters, they get betrayed. A lot of characters get assassinated in modern times. Modern day stuff is, like I said, not good. Writing's not good. It's very hit or miss. And the modern Street Fighter is going this way. We saw the implements of it. Like I said, Capcom has been doing some weird shit in the background, and we know. And a lot of people are worried because of this, that, you know, the thing with Sherry and Leon being a couple, that could be also kind of weird, you know, kind of deal. And people are not going to be okay with that either. So it's just worrisome that this went through without anyone double checking it and saying, okay, so we're going to have Alex have a peaceful life, have a good life, being this wrestling dude that everyone hates, but he's a good guy. But the one thing is, he banged his sister, or cousin's sister or whatever, and second cousin sister sort of character, and he has a kid from him. So that's why he's going to... Dude, it could have been freaking any other character in the Street Fighter universe that he has a relationship with. It could have been this random girl, like this one fan that's a super fan, and she's like, I know you are a bad person, but I know you are a good person as well. And maybe that would have changed him and be like, oh shit, maybe some people do care about me, you know? Or something like that. Or, like I said, protecting his family. Or, you know, you could have gone anyone else. You could have hooked them up with, what's the Brazilian chick's name? Lauren, I think. You could have hooked her up with her or something, some other Street Fighter character, you know, that would be interested in him or whatever. Someone, because now are we going to have a brother-sister romantic relationship? And they'll be like, what the fuck is going on, dude? With Lauren and Sean? That would be weird too. What would happen if that would happen, if Sean comes back? You know? Now it's like scary what they're going to do with these characters now, because Alex just stepped it up, the weird factor, and it's kind of like scary to the aspect is like, which character they're gonna destroy next? You know, it's gonna be all these third strike characters. The Street Fighter 3 characters are gonna get wrecked or something, you know. And then you have C Viper, and she's a single mom, and we still don't know who the dad is or anything. Like, yeah, sometimes people are saying, "Oh, fighting game character story doesn't matter." If you, to the aspect, if you're not into the lore and you just have fun with just the game itself. But if you're like a hardcore fan and you've been with this franchise since the beginning, you would be interested to know where this story leads to. Because I like Street Fighter. I've been playing Street Fighter for years. And I like the characters. I want to know about the characters, what they did, what all these characters do. Dude, they're making a Street Fighter movie about the characters too. So there has to be some sort of closure to these characters if they wanna, but not like this. Alex might never ever come back because of this. This might be his last thing, you know? And they kind of ruined him in that way. Even though he's the funnest he's been, his funnest, like his play style is the funnest he's been, and he's really he's really good. It's just like, what the hell did you guys do with the story? You fucked them up so hard. It's disturbing. It's disturbing, but that's Street Fighter 6 with Alex. Just want to bring that up real quick, guys. Whew, that was intense. Let's go fast with this Nvidia thing, guys, because I think this is the last thing with Nvidia, because Street Fighter's done. Let's do this fast with Nvidia, because let's go fast with this Nvidia thing, guys, because Nvidia, this article in Geeks and Gamers, Nvidia DLSS 5 announced Jensen Huang's AI breakthrough for photorealistic games sparks mixed reaction. So if you've seen this online, this has gamers breaking down and getting upset about this AI or this new version of DLSS. This is the 5th one, enhancing the game how it looks. And people are just saying it's AI slop. It looks like a filter, an Instagram filter or something. And I could see that, yes. But at the same time, in some games it shines and some others it doesn't. That's what I've noticed. It's like we have to a little bit take this again with a grain of salt. This is just a demo. This is not how it's going to work. And again, it's just a picture. I got to find you clips of it. I don't know if there's a clip here. Is this it? This might be it. It's just clips of... Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, my gosh. It's just clips of a picture, how it looks off, and then how is it on. It's not moving, really, besides some of it still moving with Starfield. But most of it is not really moving that much. It's just still. Now, how is this going to work performance-wise when you play the game, Is it going to change anything? Is it going to downgrade the optimization? Is it going to make it worse? We don't know. This is just a demo of it. And already people are pissed off about just a demo, So, Nvidia released this. This is it. And it almost looks like a different character completely, right? But the lighting feels natural. It looks better. It literally is that thing on Twitter where I see a lot of people posting it. I think like Smash JT and these other people are posting it, where it's like, I put ChatGPT to make this character more beautiful, and this is what gaming companies should do to sell more games, kind of deal. And that whatever that thing he's always posting constantly is now real life. That's what it is. Like, it's like almost like a different character completely. Now for Leon, for Leon, there's not really much of a difference. This one actually looks pretty good. This is the one from Hogwarts Legacy. Just more wrinkles. I don't know, like, that's what I said. The movement of it is where it's going to be a problem, I think, when you do it, like the filter. And it feels lazy in some aspects. It really does feel lazy. It's hard to, because I don't hate it as much as some other people are like, oh, I hate it because it's AI. Everything needs to be hateful because it's AI. I'm like more of like, I feel like it could be implemented better, but did we really need this? We could have implemented this better in like maybe racing games or something, make it more realistic. But I've always said graphics are not everything. Graphics are not everything, and do we actually need this? The answer is no. I don't think we need this. The art will say for itself. It's just this will make developers more lazy and not make actually a good styled game. But this, they put this on the DLSS 5, and then it's like, bro, we just made your game better. You're gonna need to have this, because if you don't have this, your game's gonna stink. Like, some devs are lazy out there, I know, and we know with this, with Unreal Engine 5, how much with optimization, how bad it is. Some people don't even know still today, some devs don't know how to implement and optimize Unreal Engine 5 correctly, even now. Do you think they're going to be able to do this? Like, that's what I'm saying. And I know people are like, oh, it destroys creative style of a game and how people, the art form. Yeah, it kind of does. But at the same time, sometimes it looks better. Not all the time, but sometimes it looks better. Like for this game, Starfield, bro, this game already looked kind of bad. This looked like a freaking PS3, PS4 game. And then you put this. This benefits it the most. Any other thing, I would be like, not really. But this one benefits it the most. I don't know why, but it does. This looks so much better. Let me see this one. Look. This looks so much better. Look how bleak and bad this game looked. This game looks so bad, Starfield. It still looks like, I don't know, it doesn't look like a good game, graphically. Like, Bethesda's like, holy shit, we don't even have to try no more? We're just gonna do this? Holy crap. It's like you modded your game and made it look better. FIFA, RFC. This one, not really much of a difference. It could help, but... The lighting's good, though. I have to say, the lighting, some of the backgrounds look kind of good. Yeah, I don't know about it. It's not... I feel like it's a waste of money. It's not really needed. I think we've ramped up our version of a generational leap. I think this is not the generational leap we think will be. Like, compared to like a PS4 and PS5, there's not much of a leap. the leaps were like, the huge leap was from N64, no, like Super Nintendo to N64, or even the PS1 to the PS2, and maybe a little bit PS2, PS3, and then PS4, yeah, okay, and then PS5. Like, you can't even really see much of a difference besides performance for PS5 and PS4, because graphically, it doesn't really matter that much anymore. So, this is the problem now with games, and I don't know if this is with fake gamers or gamers just want better graphics. I feel like style is more important than graphics now. Like, the style of how characters look and how environments are made is more important than graphically fidelity intensive gameplay. First of all, let's fix the optimization. We've had this so many problems with optimization. Can't even run games natively, or performance issues just like that. Like, can we just stick with that at the moment, kind of deal? Let's read a little bit about this. Let's see. Tech company Nvidia has unveiled a new AI program called Nvidia DLSS 5, which it describes as the company's most significant breakthrough in computer graphics in the past 8 years. Well, I'm not impressed that much. I'm not really that impressed. I really am not. It's not about the graphics. It's not. DLSS 5 is a real-time neural rendering model that uses photorealism lighting and materials to make images look more realistic. DLSS 5 will be used by video game developers to highlight for realism of games graphical, making the image look more like some from the movie than a video game, which I don't want things to look like movies. I want them to look like video games. That's why I play video games. I don't want it to be realistic. Uncharted 4, I thought was the most realistic, and it still looks good. And guess what? I don't want it to be looking better than that, than Uncharted 4. Thank you. I'm good with those graphics. Even like Last of Us. Crafted rendering generative AI delivering dramatic leap in visual realism while preserving the control artistic need to create impressions. You can see the results here. Yep. DLSS 5 is the best upgrade in DLSS in deep learning, super sampling, and technology Nvidia developed in 2018. Let's see. Frame is input. So they're saying the frame will be better. Everything will be better. And AI models to give scenes in a game, photorealism, lighting, material, source 3D content, consistent from frame to frame. So they're saying it's going to be good too when moving. And the AI model DLSS 5 sounds pretty. Dude, this game is going to be so intensive on your computer, like this chip, that I wouldn't be surprised if there will be menu functions that blow your PC. Because it's going to be insane how strong it's going to be. The more higher tech things get, the more people are not going to be playing these games and want to play like games like those indie games, the cheaper games that people want to play, More people are not going to be playing these. Will be used in games. The gaming industry, including Capcom, Tencent, Ubisoft, Bethesda, NetEase, and Warner Bros. Games. There is a broad range of reactions in DLSS 5 on social media, as one would expect with a new technology, especially one that uses AI, which is becoming a loaded team. Some amazing upscaling effect. So people are memeing on it. What is this meme? Let me see if it'll load. Hopefully it loads. So what is this meme? Nvidia DLSS 5 is amazing. Without Nvidia, with Nvidia. Oh my gosh. Is that Greta Thunberg and Sydney Sweeney? That's funny. That's crazy, dude. Big difference. Oh my god. JD Vance. That's crazy. Dude, that's crazy. Holy shit, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, dude. What the fuck? Oh no. Oh shit. Like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. People are memeing the heck out of this. It's kind of funny too. Others dislike it, seeing a future of AI slop on the horizon. See, revealed DLSS 5. Leaders on here. They don't like it. Some are hopeful about it, possibly improving the lackluster video game images. Dude, it's not even about. I'm telling you, it's not about the graphics. It's the gameplay. Let's fix on. These are the most important things. We shouldn't be focusing on this, guys. As gamers and people in the communities, gamers should be focusing on give us good games with good writing, good storytelling, good gameplay, optimized games, less microtransactions, no DRM, take out Denuvo. A lot of these things, I would say as a collective of gamers, this is what they're thinking about. They're not thinking about graphics. Graphics are for people that see, ooh, what is this new shiny thing? Ooh, it looks so good. Ooh, I want to buy this right now. Like, fuck no, dude. That's not what people are. It used to be like that. What is the best thing? I want to play that because it looks graphically appealing. Now, at this point, I think it doesn't really matter graphically how things look, to be honest. I think you can give me a PS4 game right now or a PS3 game, and I'll be like, I'm happy enough with those graphics. I'm happy enough. I don't need intensive graphics. I don't. Will it run 60 frames? That is what I'm talking about. 60 frames or over, if it runs like that smoothly, I am fine. Even if it's 1080, 4K, it doesn't have to be native. I don't give a shit about that. Will it smoothly run 60 frames or over? Please. Just tell me that. 30 frames is not good. If it's running 30 frames 4K native, that's not good. It's going to ruin your experience. Performance is king right now. And performance is where it's at. It's not even about the graphics no more. It's about the performance. Because the art design, the graphically intense design of the art and the style of it, keeps it in a whole. Even if you put it on low or medium graphic, it still looks good. So it's not about the graphics of how sharp it is. It's about, can I actually run this game and play it? You know? And that's what I'm talking about. Others are mocking it, expressing that distaste for the image enhancement through the time-honored internal traditional memes. And again, holy shit, that's crazy. The Minecraft one is crazy. Holy shit. Again, this is a demo. People are already hopping on this like this is going to be what it is. Like, dude, this is a demo. This could be faked. You know how many trailers have been faked in the past before? And they came out and they're nothing like the trailer you remembered being like? Like, this could be faked too. So, people need to chill. People need to chill out. This is not what the dying hill that most people should be talking about with gaming. This should be the least thing on your mind and more about how is these companies going to screw me over next with these games? You know, that should be your question instead, your answer or your question. Nvidia CEO says gamers are completely wrong about DLSS 5. Well, they might be wrong, but they're not also right about some things, I would say. Developers were left in the dark about DLSS 5. Here we go. Sparking development, artists, and studios that have agreed to DLSS 5, including Capcom and Ubisoft. Insider Gaming was told that the DLSS 5 tech is revealed at them at the same time as everyone else. We found out at the same time as the public, and said one Ubisoft developer. Developers of Capcom tell Insider Gaming that the announcement and the publisher's involvement were particularly shocking, as Capcom has previously been historically very anti-AI with projects such as Resident Evil Requiem and other unannounced projects in development. some at the publishers fear that DLSS 5 announcement could prompt a change in the publisher's view on generative AI and its implementations in its games. Now, I don't have a problem with AI in games. I really don't, to tell you the truth. Generative AI, like, if you have it as a prop or something and it's just there in the background, will it affect me? No, it won't affect me. Now, if the whole game is created with AI, it could be a stinker. Now, I don't care. If the game is good, the game is good. I don't care if it's made with AI or not. If it's created with AI and it's good, props to you. Kudos. Good job. You did a good job. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. It's very difficult. But if you have a little AI in it and it's not like a big deal, it won't be the end of the world. It's not a big deal, guys. I don't care. Is the game good? That's what I care about, you know? Is it fun? Is it interesting? Is it well written? Is it great characters in it? Is it have something that I could come back to again and again that I'm interested in, kind of deal. Yeah. So this is also interesting because they didn't know about this. Ubisoft, Capcom, all these people didn't know, and they used this, and they were surprised about that, about what happened. So they're like, holy shit, wait, what? And now they might be changing their mind. They were anti-AI. Now there might be actually for AI. So it frightened some people. I'm saying AI is the boogeyman, and everyone's saying AI is bad, and stuff like this. Like, I've seen it, yes. I see your arguments about it, but there are times where you use AI, and it could be very helpful, too. So, hating AI for everything is a little extreme. It's a little extreme. AI can be implemented in good ways too. I've said this many times. I've used AI myself many times, and I had some blasts with them. And sometimes it's a hit or miss for me many times. And yes, it's not stable. It's not stable. It's not a way for you can go. It's just a tool you can use to help you in some areas. It's not going to be implemented as a substitute. Maybe in the future it will be, but it's not a substitute. It doesn't feel like it. Yeah, it can be, but it's not perfect. And, it will tell in the future, it will show if it will be it or not. But, these companies are losing money on AI right now. It's not profitable as they thought it would be. So how long this AI boom is going to last, I don't know. I said, I told a couple of my friends and stuff about this AI thing and other people, and I said I'd give it maybe a year, 6 months or a year, and I feel like the boom is going to start decreasing. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about this. If not a year, maybe a 2. I said 6 months. Maybe I don't think it's going to be 6 months anymore, but I think it's going to be a year or so. I could be wrong though. But that's just how I'm looking at it, because I think this AI thing is going to just crash real fast. These investors are going to stop investing because they're going to see they're like biting their teeth right now. And these companies are promising so much that they're not getting back the profits they thought they are. So, yeah, companies are losing money because they're thinking that the future, they'll have infinite money with this, which they don't. They're seeing future aspects of it, but how long will it take? Will it take 5 years? Will it take 10 years? Doesn't matter, because now as it is, people losing their jobs, not finding jobs, and all around, it's starting to go to a point where, it's not going to be sustainable. It's not going to be sustainable, and it's going to actually lead to closures than positive impacts, where companies got flourish, where it's not going to flourish because the AI was so strong and you were implementing and forcing it so much into it that maybe it's better if it's just like a little add-on thing, and we get, all these people back and start, doing the hard work as we did before, getting actually real people with good talent and with merit and getting back in there, maybe you could do some great things. But yeah, I don't know. That's what I think about this whole thing. But there might be a couple more things, and then we're gonna end this stream. Let me see here. Let me see here real quick, guys. Anything new that popped up? I don't see anything new. Okay. Let's see here real quick. Yeah, people are not liking the Nvidia DLSS reveals. Trailers have only 16% likes on YouTube. So the like ratio is getting less and the dislike is going up. So another flag that people are not liking it. The Resident Evil people, Capcom developers, had no idea that Nvidia was going to reveal after, in fact, they've been... So people are scared now because of that for their jobs, because Capcom might be for AI. Again, with the Capcom thing. Single render 2D frames, color images, filter. Yep. All that. And they have this too. Oblivion remake with DLSS 5. Check this out.
We'll be producing a much longer video where we can talk in depth about them. Let's talk about Oblivion Remastered. It's quite an interesting showcase of what happens when you introduce DLSS 5 to an Unreal Engine 5 title. Software Lumen now is like radically transformed into something quite different. Character rendering, again, gets a gigantic revamp, I'd say.
Yeah.
And
you've never seen elves look this realistic.
Yes,
It's crazy.
that's the bottom line, yeah.
No!
Huh? Also, it's really interesting to see the kind of, the occlusion that's happening on all of the brickwork, on all of the sort of castle-like structures there.
Was I? Oh my God. Was I muted again? Fuck. I was muted again. Fuck. Every time. With the shadow and the lighting, I was going to say, like, I was creeped out about guy's face. The shadow and the lighting look really nice for it and everything.
It really is quite extraordinary to see it in motion and to sort of flip between the two there.
Yeah, this one's more darkened. That one's more lighter. Yeah, it's just more to it. But it's like, I'm okay with this too. I don't need the other one, to be honest. I'm fine with this too, to be honest. It's not a big deal.
Windows that look completely flat and opaque now actually seem to...
this is for Elder Scrolls 4, guys, the remake.
Look properly correct. Yeah, it's just quite extraordinary.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because the old lighting in the
Oblivion, my bad. It's Oblivion. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion.
Game, I thought generally looked quite handsome. Like, I'm not opposed to Lumen, and obviously Lumen takes some shortcuts, but here you're really just seeing all that kind of very coarse lighting detail brought out to like a really granular level where you get really tight shadows all of a sudden underneath awnings, where the light is spilling out over the scene in a much more realistic manner, where you're getting those contact shadows, and it's just a markedly improved presentation. Even they
like the other one looked nice too. I have no problem with any of these.
Pointed out like some of the
I don't know. Maybe it's me.
Character models in the game are a little bit on the simpler side, but
sometimes I'm just better if it turns it off. The thing is, you're gonna have the option to turn this off or on if you want to get this graphics card or this upgrade. If you're getting this, like, good luck with this if there's no problems, but there's an option to turn this on and off, so you have choice at least.
They still look a lot better when we put DLSS 5 on. I mean, they look a little bit uncanny, I would say, but definitely the overall portrayal of those characters is much more sophisticated.
Yeah, and we also took a quick look at Assassin.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for that.
Be producing a much longer video where
Yeah. That's pretty much of that. That's the Nvidia DLSS 5 that people were worked up about. You know, in the beginning, I was like, yeah, it doesn't look that good. And I still think it's not really needed, to be honest. It really is not needed. I think it's whatever. It's not for me, per se. I don't really care about graphics like that. I really don't. I care about, can I play this game and have a good time with the performance of it. Graphics, the art style will speak for itself, and graphics will come with it. That's for a fact. You don't need to make things ultra realistic. It used to be like that. That's how I always thought. But over time now, I'm like to the point where I don't want things to look realistic. I want it to look as like games used to be like, you know, kind of deal. Like, I'm not saying like PS1 graphics or like those old games. Like, I'm okay with the limit like of Uncharted 4. Like that, those graphics, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We don't need to go up than that. I think that's a good limit. We're good with that. Yeah, we don't need to make it realistic. I think that, for me, that was the most realistic. Uncharted 4. I think that was just, it looked really good, and I thought it was fine. After that, I really don't care. Even Resident Evil 9, it looks really good. The graphics look really good in some areas, too, in Resident Evil 9, so I'm fine with those. I'm fine with the art style. The art style will speak for itself. The graphics will speak for itself. And performance is key at the moment, not this graphical upscale AI scale generative AI, whatever. It's like, no one cares, dude. And the people always crying about AI too, you guys are also annoying in that aspect, because you're just going to say AI slop for everything. And even if there is good AI stuff out there, you're going to just call it AI slop. It's not going to have any merit. It's not going to have any oomph to it, because now slop is literally just everything's bad, which is not true. So again, we got to stop with the slop thing and actually say, yeah, like the cat saving a dog from a burning building, and it's like cartoony and whatever, and it looks really weird. Yeah, that's AI slop. But then we have stuff that actually looks interesting, and it can be hilarious in some aspects, that could actually be almost like a movie in some instances. It's like, holy shit, this is what you can do. This is amazing, you know? Yeah, but whatever. That's for another time. All right, that was the last thing today, guys. I thank you so much for lurking, watching, listening. Anything will help. Again, like the stream, guys, before you leave, and sub if you're new here. I appreciate all of you again. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a good weekend. Happy Friday. Happy spring. It's springtime. Feel better. It's raining right now outside. I can hear it. So it's springtime. That is the vibe for sure. A lot of rain's coming. But yeah, thank you again, guys. I would like to do more things again, like I always say. No promises, though, because if I promise, it messes up stuff, and sometimes it doesn't hit. I would like to bring back the After Dark special. I'd like to do some gaming streams. I would like to do some more videos here and there, but I'm a little bit busy with a lot of things at the moment. But I will try to crunch myself into one of these days with one of those I just said. Videos and live streams. I'm going to try to crunch through those, but thank you again, guys. Hopefully everyone has a good day. Hopefully all of you have a good one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's get out of here. Have a good one, all, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay.
Are you not entertained?